And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fed Reacts. They're going to be covering Jennifer Pan. This one's a crazy one, guys. Let's get into it.
I'm a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, okay, guys? HSI.
This is what Fed Reacts covers.
Defendant Jeffrey Williams, an associate of YSL, did commit the felony. So here's what 6ix9ine actually got. Racketeer conspiracy. This attack shifted the whole U.S. government. This guy got arrested for espionage, okay? Trading secrets with the Russian John Wayne Gacy, a.k.a. the Killer Clown, okay? One of the most prolific serial killers of all time, killed 33 people. Zodiac Killer is a pseudonym of an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California. All these serial killers, guys, they really get off on getting attention from the media. Many years, Jeffrey Epstein sexually exploited and abused dozens of minor girls at his home. It was OJ working together to get Nicole killed. We're gonna go over his past, the gang ties, so that this all makes sense.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Fed Reacts. Here, I'm hearing a little bit of feedback. Okay, I think we're good now. What's up, guys? Welcome. Sorry for the delay, guys. We had a bunch of things going on, as you guys know. We are in the process of moving. I estimate we'll probably be moved into our new spot by next week. Well, actually, we have to because we got to be out of here. So next week we'll be in the new studio, finalizing some final touches. It's looking really nice, really professional. I think you guys are really going to like it when you see it. It's probably going to be better than this one, man, to be honest with y'all. As much as I enjoyed being here, the new studio is definitely going to be way sleeker, sharper, better. The internet speed is going to be better too. So we won't have some of these lag issues that you guys have seen here with this spot. So, and I showed you guys some of the download and upload at the last place. So internet should not be a problem. We should be able to run it at a very good speed. Had an episode yesterday with some girls, went well. We had Zerka in the house and some chicks. I had to kick out 2 of the girls because they were annoying as hell. One girl literally just wanted to argue the whole time and couldn't even make any solid points.
They were talking shit about you outside.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, because I was in the valet waiting for my car, and you just kicked them out, and I was like going down the elevator with them. And when I was waiting in the valet, they just came out and they started talking shit about you.
Of course. What'd they say?
That you're toxic.
Misogyny.
Of course.
You're toxic, that you just want to be right, whatever, you know, what they always say.
Yeah. That was a very interesting conversation.
You kicked them out.
It's funny because the biggest thing with that chick, right, was she said that we're teaching guys to be toxic, wanting women that are younger and, you know, not, you know, with a promiscuous past, etc. That's a toxic mindset, etc. We should want girls that are like smart and educated and all this other crap. And I was like, you know, for the past 2 hours, I've been listening to you talk about what you want in a man. We went through the calculator, put what you wanted in your guy, make fucking $250,000 and all this other crap. And I didn't bat an eye. I didn't say, oh, well, you know, you should really like a fat guy that doesn't have his stuff together. Like, give him a chance. He's a nice guy. Like, why don't you get, like, that's what you should like. Like, I didn't call her toxic for her once. But she went ahead and said that we're toxic. And I was like, what the hell? So it's like, I got fed up. I'm just like, yo, this is ridiculous now. Like, so many women think it's appropriate to tell guys your views and what you want in women is toxic. And it's like, no. It's like male standards. Like, why is it that male standards are constantly demonized, but female standards we sit there and celebrate them, right? Even me, I celebrate them. I tell them, yo, yeah, you should, you know, try to get a guy that's competent in every degree. I don't never shame a girl for what she wants, but women feel the need to always shame men for what they want. And I just find it crazy, man. We literally live in a clown world. Sometimes I think I'm surrounded by morons, which I am a lot of the times, unfortunately, which is really sad, but it is what it is.
You got that vein popping yesterday.
Yeah, dude, I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed. And it's always girls like her with the hair hats that got the most to say. It's just like, oh my God. Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Mo already knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. Tommy Sotomayor was not lying, bro. Yo. It don't matter how educated, whatever, bro. They always are the first ones to say some dumb shit. And just see when you guys were wondering, it wasn't even her that I kicked out. I was gonna let her dumb ass stay. She got up to leave when I kicked out the Canadian who was being disrespectful. That's who I really kicked out. And she was like, "Who do you think you fucking talking to?" And I was like, "What the, bro? Get the hell out of here, bitch! Like, what? Get out of here." I made a joke that I can't repeat. But, bro, come on, man. I'm about to fuck you up like a certain guy with a certain mustache back in the 1940s. You know? You know? Fucking French, man. It is what it is. Yeah, so got her the fuck out of there. And, yeah.
Did she put her shoes outside?
I don't know if she did. You were there. Where did she?
No, I wasn't here. I left when you started screaming. I was like, no, I'm not gonna have this.
You left.
I was like, Icy, it's the main puppy. And Icy was like, yeah, it is. I'm out. I left. I was like, no, not gonna happen. I didn't want to see it. No.
Fair enough.
You losing hairs, as always, these girls.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. You came by, when did you come by?
I came around like
At the end.
just like 5 minutes before you kicked those girls out. I left.
Shout out to Angie. She came by and put some laundry in and then left.
Yeah, I just wanted
She
to
literally
clean.
came in, put some laundry in, and just left. I was like, oh,
Nah,
shit.
I organized the room a little bit because it was a mess and these things outside here. Yeah, because
I just like look up and she goes into the room to clean the place up. So thank you. I appreciate that greatly.
I don't like seeing the
And
faces
she
so
came from
nice.
work too. So shout out to her for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And she cut her workout short to be here with you guys today. So yeah.
I did.
What about you, Mo? What's new with you before we get into this?
I actually came straight from the gym on God. So but yeah, man.
I
good
kept
to see you
sweating.
guys.
Where's your sweat?
Huh?
I kept sweating. Where's your sweat?
I actually take a shower at the gym, so I come in clean. So
I did.
Okay.
it's part of like a normal routine. I always have like I literally always have a change of clothes, change of pants, change of drawers, change of socks as I drop my phone. But
you know, it's interesting. I've always, this is back when I was an athlete, I noticed this too. Like, guys are always okay, like, with, like, you know, showering at a gym or,
no.
like, at the locker room or
That's
whatever.
disgusting.
Hell
Women
yeah.
never do it, though.
Disgusting.
Like, and I remember when I was on the rowing team, right? And we used to, like, you know, the male athletes were always okay with showering. The female athletes never shower, bro.
Of course, it's disgusting. You know the amount of germs, bacteria, and everything though from all random people that just shower there. It's disgusting.
Well, they clean it this is when I was at the athletic facility. They clean it. So we had a very good athletic facility. They used to clean
They
it.
clean it.
But female sports, females don't like seeing other. I asked one of the girls one time on the rowing team. I was like, "Why don't y'all ever shower after practice? Like, what the hell's wrong with you guys?" And she was like, "Well, you know, girls are really, you know, awkward with their bodies." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
No, and also there are a bunch of lesbians too that just like to stare. Like, no. And there are a bunch of, well, at least in my gym, there's a bunch of homeless people that and they use like these like kind of gyms and they pay the membership just to shower in the gyms. It's disgusting. No, I will never shower in the gym, public gym, ever. Mm-mm.
Well, I have in the past. I don't care. But I
Ew.
mean, you know, I think guys are okay with that. But I noticed that with the female and male athletes, the big difference. Anyone that's ever played sports, like maybe Division I or something like that, even Division II or Division III, at a school, the guys will always use the shower, whether it was baseball, us, or rowing, basketball, whatever it is. We all use the showers, right? No one cared, right? You just kind of be in your corner, just like, you know, piss, you know, not piss, but like, you just kind of look at you don't look at nobody else. They really like that, right? But with the women, they never use a shower, and I always thought that was weird. But I guess
It's weird. It's not weird at all. It's weird that you guys use
that's
those showers.
actually very weird that y'all don't shower.
yeah,
We
it's a
shower at
female
home.
thing, bro. I'm telling you, I noticed it when I was in college. Like females just don't like showering with each
Ew.
other.
Because
Pause.
it's disgusting.
I mean, not that we do either, but it's like, bro, niggas got to get clean, man. We smell.
Right. It's disgusting that y'all don't shower. What the heck?
We shower at home, but these bathrooms are public bathrooms. It's like showering like a bathroom from a gas station.
You just wear slides.
Huh?
You just wear slides.
No, but it's still.
Yeah.
It's still like no, and also you guys also men shower. You guys wash your hands, and you use this thing like to dry them.
What thing?
The thing with the air.
Like the air
coming out.
blower?
The air blower?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing's disgusting too.
Actually,
That-
don't use.
That actually collects all the bacteria from the bathroom, like poop bacteria, pee bacteria, and all disgusting things that are there, and just pulls it out in your hands.
we
when you
actually
just-
use paper towels.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Men-
towel.
yeah, men use paper
Or
towels.
bring your own towels that you dry off.
It's probably
Who's air drying in there with their balls? That's weird.
It's probably y'all women that
Could you
actually.
No.
She's actually. I think she's snitching a little bit.
All right. All right. So today's episode, guys, we're going to be covering Jen Pan. Pan or Pam?
Pan.
Pan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is crazy. I remember watching this the first time and I was like, what the hell, bro? This is going to be a JCS breakdown, actually. Shout out to JCS. They haven't posted in a while. They be slacking. But when they do post, it's some heat, man. So we got the video ready, Mo?
Yes, we do.
Cool. Oh, if you guys want to super chat to the show, it's fnfsuperchat.com. Same one as for Fresh and Fit. Get your super chat right on screen. Are there any rants or anything that we need to read, or?
Yes. 1 second.
Okay. We'll hit the chats right now then, and then we'll get into...
it's just a little few.
Yeah. And thank you guys so much for the support.
And guys, don't forget to like the video.
Yeah, man. Support on Rumble, guys. Make sure to go over and open up a tab on YouTube and on Rumble. Watch it on both if you guys don't mind doing that. That'd be really, really helpful. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, cool, no problem. But open it up on Rumble and like it as well. And guys, download the Rumble app and support on Rumble. Yo, Rumble took a huge stand yesterday and basically told the British government, F you, we're not going to cancel Russell Brand. Yo, you know things are getting crazy when the government is literally sending letters to social media platforms saying, yo, we want you to cancel people. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, dude, you want that? Oh, we're just inquiring about whether Russell Brand monetizes on your platform. So what if he does? Like, he hasn't violated any terms of service on this platform. Why are you guys trying to demonetize someone? Like, how about you guys come up with some formal charges first and some goddamn proof?
What did Russell Brand do?
They're alleging that he, I think 4 women came out and said that he sexually assaulted them from 2006 to 2013. I know.
Stop the cap.
Yeah. I know, dude. I know. Fucking from 2006 to like 2013, a bunch of girls were alleging that he sexually assaulted them.
I wish they would come out with like legit evidence. You know, there is my favorite comedian got almost canceled. His name is Chris D'Elia. He's very hated. And he admitted that he did it because the girls pulled out evidence and shit. Mm-hmm. You know, and people just started to cancel him and not inviting him to shows. No,
wait, but he did do it?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Like he did abuse some fans that.
Oh. Did the girls come with proof?
Yeah.
Oh, they actually had proof. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't that he raped or anything. It's just that he had sexual intercourse with like minors. But not crazy like minors, like 17, 18.
What the fuck?
Because they were
where
his
in
fans.
America?
Yes.
Did you know that like 35 states in America, the age of consent is 16?
Well,
not that I condone that, but I mean the law is the law, right?
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, and then there's Romeo and Juliet laws too. Well, I don't know. That nigga
Yeah.
might have been too old for Romeo and Juliet laws, but yeah, dude, it's crazy. And I think the age of consent in England, because one of the girls that came against Russell Brand, the age of consent in England is 16.
well,
So
what can I tell you? And then he admitted that he did it, and he got canceled from everything. They took him out from movies and like shows that he had to do and shit. And now he's like, oh, you know, done. You know that comedian that you were watching yesterday that I told you that I saw that he makes a podcast and he's very famous. That I told you, I know this guy.
I don't know his name, but he was on Crowder yesterday.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
are best friends.
Okay.
They are best friends.
Okay.
They used to make a podcast together.
Okay.
Well, Chris D'Elia has a podcast too.
Okay.
But nobody watches him anymore.
But yeah, Russell Brand basically that's what went down. So, but they literally sent a letter to Rumble, Angie. Like the UK government, the British government or Parliament, whatever they want to call it, sent a letter to Rumble saying, we are inquiring if he monetizes on your platform, and that basically
They just
respectfully asking to get him canceled on Rumble, and Rumble said no. But YouTube demonetized them immediately off allegations, which is scary. Demonetize someone for accusations. Nothing in proof. None of these girls went to the police. Not one single police report has been filed.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like they should come out with evidence, not just saying. Because that's just
they did
nothing.
a documentary. They made a documentary, and then I think 2 news companies made pieces on it.
Man.
15 years later. And it's interesting how, you know, when he was with Katy Perry, when he was on top of the world, and he was a liberal, no one said anything. But as soon as he starts talking about Big Pharma, how a certain cough, they made a bunch of money on it, you know, the scamdemic, etc. Now they're coming after him.
That's just crazy. I always wonder why women wait, or these kind of people always wait so long to come out with this stuff.
They wait until you become a Republican.
And money.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they wait.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you run for president, you want to be a U.S. Supreme Court justice, you become a Republican, whatever, then they're gonna come out. You look at Donald Trump, you look at Johnny Depp, you look at Andrew Tate, you look at who else? They did this great Russell Brand now.
Man, Johnny Depp.
Johnny, yeah. Steven Crowder, his wife made some bullshit lies as well on him. You know, dude, it is crazy to me how like people come out of nowhere with allegations decades after the fact. Like Donald Trump too. I remember this woman came out. She said that he graped her at a dressing room at a store back in like the 90s. And in my head, I'm like, what the hell? And when you read the lawsuit, it sounds like a goddamn fairy tale. It's like, bro, and she wrote a book about it. And when this was all going down, she did a book tour.
Oh,
The woman that accused Brett Kavanaugh, he was going to become a U.S. Supreme Court justice, she had a GoFundMe. She made $1 million off it, and she released a book.
That's why they do it.
Amber
That's why they
Heard
do it.
got a bunch of movie roles after she accused
Yeah,
Johnny Depp
I hate that
in
one.
2016. Like, dude, it is crazy. Like, I was talking about this yesterday. Like, they need to, if the reason why these accusations are coming 10, 20 years after the fact is because there's a huge incentive for women to make them, because they can make money, they can get fame, they can get status, they can get promoted, they can get so many different benefits.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If nothing happens, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Look at the woman that she accused Cristiano Ronaldo. He got acquitted.
Oh yeah.
The woman
and
that
now
accused...
he can come to the United States. Can you believe that?
He can't come to U.S.?
No, because of those allegations. Because of that shit.
It was
They
a civil
said-
case, though.
They said it in the podcast that I watched that he cannot come to the United States because of that shit.
No way. He
I
never
don't-
got arrested for it, though.
I don't know. They said the guy said it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
And it happened in, like, Vegas. And it happened a long time ago,
Yeah.
like 2009 or something.
And it came out
Yeah, like...
years later.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is for you guys to, you know, raise awareness. You should be careful with who you handle with, like with who you mingle with, because I mean it's so easy for people to make allegations and, you know, fuck you over.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be smart now. Like you gotta be real smart when you do something with someone. I don't know, like make them sign an NDA or something. I don't know. Just be smart. You know, play safe.
Man, this shit is crazy. Angie, I'm going to start having you give these hosts NDAs for me.
I told you we should do it.
She actually told. She's
I
like,
told
hey,
you.
make these bitches sign NDAs so
I
they don't come
told
after
you.
us. Yo,
I told
this
you.
shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy.
I think we should do it. Seriously.
You going to start giving them NDAs for
Yeah,
me, Angie?
yeah.
Hey, bitch.
I make a
Here.
pile and I just put it next to the bed.
Tell your girlfriend.
You make them sign it.
Yo,
You
man.
know what? No, but actually, you know what we should
Oh,
do? Just
man.
grab a little tablet like Dan Bilzerian. He makes you sign an NDA before, like, to enter to his house.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
When
if-
we went to go, we went to go collab with
I
Dan
don't know if I
Bilzerian.
should say that, but
No. Everybody knows. We talked about it on the podcast too.
okay.
Yeah. When we went to go to Dan Bilzerian's spot, guys, to do the podcast, he made all of us sign NDAs, which is smart. Like, bro,
Yeah.
that's how it's got to
And they
be.
take you a picture and everything.
Yeah.
Like, they take you a picture, you have to sign it, you have to read the shit. If you don't sign that shit, you cannot enter the house and you cannot talk about anything that they say there. So, yeah, you should do that. We should grab that little laptop there that is doing nothing and just, like, make NDAs, like digital NDAs, and take pictures
Yeah.
of these speeches.
But Dan is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? But I can see why he does that to protect himself. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But yeah, he's got to do it with like the girls and shit like that. You know what I mean?
course.
Because he's around these crazy women all the time.
Has a body count of like 500,000 people, I think.
some million, some crazy shit. But he's a good guy. We're gonna have him back on the show, guys. I was actually talking to him literally like 2 days ago. Good guy. We'll have him back on probably here in Miami, or we might go back out to Vegas and do something with him.
know,
So
when you guys were doing that interview, there was once when I was gonna get something from the car, a fresh car, the Lambo that we had. There,
yeah.
And I came out, and when I came back, he was heading out because he was. You guys just finished the interview.
Uh-huh.
When I was coming back to give you the keys of the car, he saw me and he was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm with Fresh and Fit, guys. With the Fresh and Fit." Oh, okay, you can go.
Yeah, that's fucking funny. Who the fuck are you?
He was like, "What the fuck are you?"
Oh man, yeah, because when we were doing the interview, guys, Angie helped us set up whatever, but she was in the back.
Yeah, I was in the back with Michael
Sartain and his girl. So I don't think Dan ever saw her really.
No.
So actually no, yeah, because when we came, his assistant was there. It was assistant helping.
Yeah.
So
And the security guys.
yeah.
But he never saw us. Like he
Yeah.
never really saw us. So.
But nice guy. It's kind of sad how people in the media like try to portray him in a certain way. Regular dude, man.
Yeah.
Really chill, regular dude. So, yeah. Okay, let's get into this
chats.
this thing with Jen Jen Pan. But yeah.
Chats?
Chats.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Yes. Let's do that real quick. Bitch, Thoy Nguyen. Okay.
Bless you.
You should bring up this case. Bring up this case up the next time you talk about average girls having leverage in the dating market. Jennifer Pan was a mid girl, but still got her boyfriend to set up a murder for her. Yeah, shit is crazy.
Damn.
Hey, Myron, hope you're doing well. I want to suggest covering the case of Seth Jackson on Fed Reacts. It's really gnarly to see that I think would make for a gripping episode.
Mo.
I got you.
Let's see here. Where are we at here? Oh, just wanted to let you know that I always look forward to your videos. Thank you so much, man. A lot of y'all support Fed Reacts, man. I really appreciate it. I know your stats on heights, Myron, but you got to use that balcony for a morning cup of tea or a healthy breakfast at least once. That's one hell of a view in the morning. Sun looked glorious on last week's music marathon stream. Yeah, no, I'd be on there sometimes. I just sit really close to the door.
Why?
I sit really close. Man, fuck that, man. We're high up.
Myron's scared of heights.
I'm scared of heights, man. I'd
Like,
be
are
on the
you
balcony,
actually?
but I'd be sitting far back.
Are you actually scared of heights?
Yeah.
Yes, you know this woman. Why are you trying to make fun of me?
Wait. So, are you telling me
She's
that
acting like she don't know. She knows.
that's why you didn't want it to come out in the balcony in there?
Yeah, hell no. At the new spot, I need time.
So you're telling me that if we go to Fear Factor, you're just not gonna do it?
Fear Factor is kind of crazy.
Was it 2003? No, I mean,
There's a new one.
Joe Rogan with hair.
there's a new one?
Yeah, with Ludacris.
Ludicrous.
Yeah, you guys don't watch MTV?
No. Not these days.
Oh right, you guys are old.
Ah.
I forgot for a minute. But you would go to Fear Factor?
No, hell no. Especially now. Not eating no cow penis for $10,000.
Oh.
Hell no. They used to make them do that crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
Bro, Joe Rogan, man. Come on, man. He's out here interviewing people now, but I remember what he used to do back in the day. Making people eat cow dung and shit. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Fear Factor back in the early 2000s was different. Oh, shit. You guys know him as a bald dude, you know, asking really interesting interview questions on a podcast. I remember him as a dude fucking having people fighting underwater and doing a bunch of crazy stuff for Fear Factor back in the day.
I still watch it.
Damn.
Still watch it. The 2000s. I just watched one of guys going on a helicopter and taking flags out the helicopter.
Taking flags? Off
Yeah, the flags from the helicopter floor.
What the fuck?
Crazy.
Yeah.
And it's 50,000 now, the reward.
All that for 50? Nah, man, I'm good. Nah, man, I'm good.
Myron!
Nah, I'm good, man. Nah. I haven't even stepped foot really on the new building's balcony either. I kind of walked out on it.
That's
was
why
like,
you freak out every
and then
time
I just
know.
yeah.
He's
I just
always
went right back
freaking
in. I
out.
was like, nah, I'm good. I need time, man. I need
always
time.
like, Angie, go
I bought the
inside.
condo. I barely even walked around it wraps around the balcony. I didn't really go on it. I was like, fuck this.
He was always like, Angie, go inside now.
Yeah.
That's
Makes me
every time I
nervous
go
when she's
out.
on the balcony, man. So, I don't know. Whatever. Yo, she dies. They're coming after me. Hope y'all know that. I'm going to jail immediately. Could you imagine the headlines? Misogynistic podcaster throws girl off a balcony.
Nobody's gonna care, man.
Nobody's going to care?
You think nobody's gonna care?
Nobody's gonna care?
You think nobody's gonna
Angie, we're finito. All of us. They're arrested fresh finally too. Oh, we finally got that stuttering nigga going. Finally.
I mean, my dad will like come after you, but that'll be it.
Yeah, but bro, but I do it.
You think just
like, I do it.
You really think just your dad gonna come after
Yeah,
him?
bro,
Yeah.
everybody. Bro,
Yeah, my
you
dad
should-
and my brother.
She falls off the balcony and then they're gonna blame me and shit. Like, no, man, stay your ass aside. You can't go on the balcony.
On God.
Man, they're arresting all of us. They're gonna arrest Chris's peanut butter ass. Could you imagine? What's going on? Chris was drunk as hell yesterday too. That nigga was on one.
I mean, it's just another day in the office.
Yeah, that's true. For Chris, it was.
Oh shit!
I love you, Chris.
Yo, Chris was holy.
I
That
mean-
dude was making a bunch of comments. And then we went to go get food after, and Sneeko pulled up. Sneeko couldn't understand nothing this nigga was saying.
I didn't understand anything he was saying when I was here.
Yeah,
I was like,
man.
what the fuck is wrong with
Russ,
this?
listen,
Like-
you got to understand though. We do it live.
Oh Lord. All right.
What you say? What?
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts.
I used to be a teacher. What?
man.
What does that have to do with
Hey
anything?
man,
That's all
we
I
do it live,
understand.
man.
One time I was like, "Yo, Chris, what favorite cake you like? Do you like vanilla cake or chocolate cake?" Listen, I used to be a teacher. Nigga, what? Nigga, I'm talking about cake. What? Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah,
Wait.
facts.
Wait a minute. Hey yo, which girl you like? The long hair one or short hair girl? I used to be a teacher. What?
That's all I understand.
What does that have to do with anything? We listen, Mo. We do it live, nigga. What?
What else do we got here?
We have this here.
We got 1,200 of you guys watching on Rumble, another like 800 of y'all on YouTube, man. So shout out to you guys. Myron, how does it feel when there are so many people that look at you as a brother or even father they wish they had? Is there any pressure sometimes, if any, even a tiny bit or even for a second? And that's from Valexia. There is, bro. But it's good though, because like there's times where I don't feel like going to the gym or I don't feel like getting up. Hell, even right now before we did the show, man, I was really tired. I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to do anything. But you guys literally motivate me to get shit done a lot of the times, man, because it's way bigger than me. So you guys are a big foundation for where a lot of my discipline and motivation lies. I mean, I pretty much gave up alcohol all the way 100% for fitness and obviously for the podcast. Once I started taking this shit super, super serious, in August of 2021, when we were getting all the hate, I pretty much cut booze all the way.
Man.
So
As you
August of
should.
2021, yeah. So shout out to y'all, man. Don DeMarco to y'all, man.
That was one of the wildest times to be as Fresh Fit supported too. I
Yeah,
personally
bro.
remember
Everybody and their mom was coming at us, dude. It was really fucking bad and annoying. But it's okay. We got, like I said before, our haters. I got something for you, motherfuckers, man. I trust me. I've been in the lab. I've been in the hyperbolic time chamber training. So revenge will come very soon. What else do we got here? World's coolest nerd. Shout out to Mo, aka Mark Haiti, aka the world's strongest ham. I almost said Viscera, but I can't do you like that. Myron, I know you don't want to give away too much. Does a new studio have neighbors? No, actually, not really. It's the new building kind of has it where like you got your own floor pretty much. You might share it with I think like one or two other people, but like they're not on your side, if that makes sense. And we got the whole place paneled up, so they're not gonna hear anything. And guys, just so you know, we didn't. I don't get complaints from neighbors. The studio is extremely quiet. Like this place is literally covered in sound panels. Even when we play music in here, you can't hear it from outside because of all the panels that we have. A big reason why is because we're kicking out girls, and then the other one is haters would literally call the building and say, "Oh, that Fresh and Fit podcast films out of here," and they would complain. Yeah. Weirdos from other states would call in, guys, and make complaints on a building that they don't even live in.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. What else do we got?
All right, we have.
Again, Myron, I'm down 15 pounds. I'm wondering if I have to continue to adjust my calorie intake as I lose weight. Also, Big Mo, thoughts of new releases. Is there new management?
Thoughts on the new releases?
Yeah,
It's their new management.
cut your calories down by 100 and just keep going. And then every time you hit a sticking point, take another 100 down. What else do we got, Mo?
Do I have to cut my calories? I'm getting fat.
Yes. These chicks got dirtier skunkas than these gym showers. God damn.
Damn.
Okay.
What? What are skunks?
Misogyny.
Colorado roughneck. I've never heard that term for a vagina, but okay. Phones are dirtier than
Oh.
most everything. Just think about Mo scratching his ass and touching his phone. Okay. Dom goes, shout out to Myron holding frame last night. Angie, Bills, Chris, Mo, and Mo. We love y'all. Thank you, bro. Hey, you didn't put it fresh in there, man. Top 5 comedians are Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Corey Holcomb, Chris Rock, Bill Burr.
I agree with some. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Department of Homeland and Securities.
No, hoes and security.
Yeah, hoes and insecurities. It's funny, Myron, we shit on France. Historically, they've won, if war can be won, the most battles militarily in history above England and U.S. However, we're third place and only 244 years old, recently weak. Just want to say thanks for all the content, man. The grind is crazy, but the world needs it. WMO, WNG. And that's from Be Creative, I think.
Be creative. Be
Okay.
creative. I get it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, bro. JR from Dallas, W FedRx. Thanks, JR. 60-minute man. My friends roast me for being 22 and wanting an 18-year-old, normalize wanting younger. Yeah, bro. They're going to do everything they can to shame you, but fuck them. Anything else?
That is all.
All right, cool. We're caught up. So let's go ahead and get into this JCS Reacts. And we'll break it down with you guys. And Mo, this one's crazy if you haven't seen it already.
I haven't.
You haven't? All right.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Shout out to JCS. We miss him.
Yeah, JCS, man. You slacking, bro.
What makes the case of Jennifer Pan unique among others in the true crime genre is the overabundance of raw footage freely available in the public domain. There is over 11 hours of material that not only recounts her entire life in meticulous detail, but gives us considerable insight into her psychopathological state. Jennifer herself will narrate her own story in this video, which is the reason the following lead-up segment will be condensed, as a brief outline is all that is needed before delving into the extraordinary mind of this individual. Jennifer was born in Markham, Ontario, where she was raised with her older brother in a middle-class household. Her parents, Beek and Han, were originally from Vietnam, and their method of parenting was strict. Very strict. What some might even class as authoritarian. Success and achievement from their children were seen as outright obligations, whether it be in academics or extracurricular activity. And some might argue these expectations took precedence over the well-being of the children themselves.
Pause.
Jennifer initially took the imposed pressure in her stride and put everything she had.
And guys, this is just indicative of immigrant parents in general. I remember growing up, failure was not an option. My dad and my mom would always yell at me and say, we didn't come to this country for you to be a failure. If I was born here, I'd be a doctor, I'd be a lawyer, I'd be a somebody. I used to get that speech literally every day when I was a kid. If I came home with anything less than an A, that's what my parents would say. I remember I was like, a BC student. My parents were like, oh, well, this is terrible. And then they always make me feel bad about it. So this is just indicative of dealing with immigrant parents. And, whether Vietnamese, Nigerian, Indian, it doesn't matter. You're going to get shit on if you don't bring good grades and you don't go hard in the paint, because immigrant parents feel as though they went through hell and thick water to get you into the country that you're typically in, whether it's the United States, Canada, UK, etc., one of these first world countries that has way more opportunities than their homeland, and they will not accept failure. And rightfully so, man. I thank God that my parents were good parents and they forced me to not be
That's
a bum.
Like, it's not. To be honest with you, I think it's not just immigrants' parents. It's just general good parents.
Yeah.
will
But
push you
immigrant
to do it.
parents are more likely to be, like that, and dictatorish and very authoritarian when it comes to how they raise their kids, etc. So that's the thing about immigrant parents. And if you look, right, I think if I'm not mistaken, in the United States, Nigerian families have the highest average household income. And then I think Asians are right there behind them. So,
Okay.
that's why I kind of always laugh at people in, the black community that cry and say, oh, bro, we're being held down, man. It's the white man holding us down. Why are the Nigerians successful then? They're black just like you, Please explain to me how, Adeoye is out here making more money than you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? Come on, man. All right, what else do we got here, Mo? Let's go back to the clip. Shout out to all my immigrants out there, man. Shout out to all y'all. First world. First
And the
generation. You good.
skating. She had exceptional talent, and at one point was expected to compete in the Winter Olympics, but she suffered a serious knee injury at the age of 14 and was told she could no longer compete. Her dreams were cut short, but of more concern was that her parents' expectations now had to be met through the more traditional route of education. And the issue was that Jennifer wasn't anywhere near as academically gifted as she was athletic. She was averaging a C- when her parents wanted straight A's. So rather than communicate with them, she decided to meet their expectations under false pretenses and began faking her test results. This led to her faking her end-of-year report.
Yo, well, innovate, I guess.
Report cards, which eventually led to her faking a high school diploma and then a university acceptance letter to study pharmacology. In the abstract world of her parents, Jennifer was on her way to a noble and well-paid career in medical healthcare, when in reality, she was a high school dropout living with her drug dealer boyfriend, whom she had been dating in secret for almost 8 years. She was eventually found out in 2010 when her parents...
Yeah, I told you this shit is crazy. This chick faked everything. Her high school diploma, her Toronto University acceptance,
Damn.
She was
grades.
dating a drug dealer for 8 years.
Bruh. Holy. All right. Where's RCMP when you need him? All right, let's keep going.
But he's fresh and fit.
Yeah.
When you're new.
RCMP, by the way, guys, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. That is Canada's. Think of them as they're Canada's FBI. I actually worked with them very closely. Man, they can't do shit. Their hands are tied. Canada is cucked, man. It's no offense to all my Canadians out there, but holy. Yo, you guys, bro, y'all country sucks. Like, bro, yo, man. And here's the thing. I love Canadians. You guys are the friendliest people, some of the best people. But the Canadian economy, the Canadian government, the Canadian dollar's power, Jason Trudeau, man, bro, they can't do shit. Bro, when I did this case with the RCMP, right? I had this human smuggling case with them. Basically, long story short, it was a Sri Lankan human smuggling organization that was smuggling aliens through the United States, destined for Toronto. Toronto actually has the biggest population of Sri Lankans in the world outside of Sri Lanka. And they were coming in through the United States. So obviously we had a nexus, and so did Canada. And I remember one of the primary targets in the case, where there's a press release, by the way, for this, guys. And I've showed you guys it before. It was the last case I did before I left. One of the biggest arrests I made right before I left. Canada, RCMP, were like, yeah, we can't really prosecute. US, can you guys do it? And I was like, what the fuck? So we got to do all the work? So we had to go and push for the prosecution and everything else like that. But yeah, if we had prosecuted them under Canadian law, not only would have it been very difficult, but the guy would have done like no time.
So you guys, they couldn't prosecute because of their law?
Their laws are super weak.
Wow.
They're not punitive like the United States.
Oh, okay.
They're not as punitive.
So they have to ask you guys.
Especially for laws that like have to do with like immigration, like illegally bringing people in and stuff like that. Their laws are super lax. Canada has some of the laxest immigration laws of any of the first world countries. That's why so many refugees, asylees, etc., go to Canada over the United States.
Well, they want people though.
Yeah.
That country's empty.
Yeah, but yeah, Canada, man, is holy shit, man. I love Canadians, but guys, your guys. Well, I mean, it's obvious, bro. You know how many Canadians illegally live here in Miami? Dude, it is crazy how many of them come here
A bunch.
for work. And they don't want to leave, or they do a business here illegally, or they overstayed their visa waiver. Like, yo, it's crazy. Like, there's not that many opportunities in Canada.
Yeah.
Or worse yet, they come here just to work because the money here is worth more.
Yeah.
So they'll take a pay cut, come here, and then send that money back. So it's like, bro.
Yeah. Or they made money and stay later.
Yeah.
I have a friend who did that.
So yeah, man, I love Canadians, but guys, your guys' country is fucked. It's I would say it's almost as bad as the UK. UK, they put you in jail for speech.
Wow. So they don't have First Amendment.
Nah, they don't. They don't. Canada doesn't either. That's why Jordan Peterson went viral, because he didn't want to use pronouns.
Oh, okay.
That's originally what got him popular, was not using pronouns, and it was not at the time. Like, Canada has some very. They have some very unclear laws when it comes to freedom of speech, but they don't have it really. What were you gonna say, Mo?
I was gonna say woke, but yeah.
Yeah, Canada's more woke than we are, for sure.
Yeah, like their laws are like extremely like woke.
Yeah, Canada's more woke than we are. But here's the thing: there's a lot of conservative Canadians too, It's just that they don't have a voice like that. But there's a lot of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
What are the parties in Canada?
Oh, damn. Someone in the chat, man. Tell me what your guy... I don't know if they have like them. I don't think they have a Republican and a Democrat party like we do.
That's what I'm asking. What do they have then?
Yeah, they have something different. I know they call their prosecutors crowns.
Crowns?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they call their prosecutors.
Alright.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see it in the chat. Someone's going to put it in the chat. But shout out to all my Canadians, bro. We are going to go to Canada, even though I made all those comments. If I get arrested, you guys know why. But we are going to go to Canada and do a meetup out there because, yo, we got a huge support network out there in Canada. But goddamn, I feel sorry for y'all, bro, in Canada. And my British people, too. I love y'all, too. I still feel sorry for you guys, too, because your guys' government sucks as well. I mean, all the first world countries' governments are being terrible, are kind of going to the shitter. But goddamn, like UK, like the government sending letters saying, hey, cancel this person off of Rumble? That's wild.
So they're saying that it's liberal, socialist, conservative.
NPD, which would be like seen as socialist. Yeah.
Okay.
Conservative, communist, green, bloc, Quebec.
Québécois. Québécois.
Oh, like the dumb hoe for yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go back to the doc.
Discovered she had been living a double life, and was then given an ultimatum. At 24 years old, she had to choose between one of two options. Option 1 was that she had to live at home under a strict regime, cease all contact with her boyfriend, and only leave the house to go back to school and pursue an education. Option 2 was that she could do whatever she wanted, but she would then be disowned from her family. She could never return home, and all financial support would cease immediately. Jennifer evidently decided neither option would suffice, so she created option number 3. She had her boyfriend arrange a mock home invasion, where 3 of his acquaintances would enter the Pan household and stage a robbery gone wrong. The 2 instructions were to first ransack the home and then murder the parent.
All right, so the 3 names. Can we take the CC off real quick? The 3 names, guys. So Daniel Wong, stereotype
Eric
last name.
Carty.
He went ahead and recruited these 3 guys. David Malvegnam. Oh, that dude is Sri Lankan.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, that last name is definitely Sri Lankan.
No.
Yep. And then Eric Carty and then Lenford Crawford. So 2 black dudes and a Sri Lankan, aka an Indian nigga. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, Sri Lankan.
Yeah, Milvegnam. Yeah.
Bless
Bro,
you.
I've read so many Sri Lankan names, bro. I can I'm scarred from their last names. They're so hard to pronounce. I'm just like, oh my god, because I had to interview like 50 witnesses, and they all had them crazy ass last names, and I was like, at some point, I was like, man, I just use like the first letter of their last name. All right, we're gonna go talk to T. Last name was like Devignum or some shit like that. All right, now we're gonna talk to N. Navignum. Okay, now we're gonna go talk to A. Avignum. Okay, and then it's just like, bro, fuck it.
Oh my god.
Shout out to all my Canadians out there. You guys know, Canada, a lot of Sri Lankans, especially Toronto. Huge Sri Lankan population, man. Let's keep going, Mo.
The planned date was Monday the 8th of November, with the scheduled time being roughly 11 p.m. Jennifer would unlock the front door, and 3 figures were caught on a neighbor's surveillance camera entering the home at 11:05. They were then seen running out just under 18 minutes later. It was at that exact time 911 received a call from the same household.
Where are you, ma'am? Ma'am, calm down. What? People broke into our house. They stole all his money. Ma'am, where are you? What? Avenue Road. Yes. Can you spell the street name for me, please? Dad? Ma'am. Hello. Hello. Yes. Ma'am, I need to know your address. Avenue Road. Can you please spell? In Helen Avenue. My dad just went outside screaming. Ma'am, can you spell the street address for me, please? H-E-L-E-N. So broken, and I heard shots like pops. I don't know what's happening. I'm tied upstairs.
Beek Pan was shot twice, once in the neck and once in the head. She was killed immediately. The father, Han, was also shot twice, once in the shoulder and once in the face. He astonishingly survived and was put into an induced coma once he arrived at the hospital. Jennifer was taken to the same hospital as a precaution, but was soon cleared of injury. She sat by her father's bedside for roughly 3 hours before she was taken to the Markham police station to give a statement as a witness.
I want to go through a form with you. It may seem kind of, why you're doing this, but this is it's like you're swearing to tell the truth about what you're going to talk to me about, and it's also going to explain to you the penalties for not telling the truth. I don't expect you to help me, but for a homicide investigation, anyone who's very close to the investigation, we do this with. Okay, so this isn't suspecting that you're not going to tell the truth. This is more of a feature that you understand the importance of telling the complete truth.
Jennifer is not a suspect at this moment. She is only giving a voluntary statement under oath. She has not read her right to silence, but instead informed of her rights as a witness. She is basically told that fabricating evidence with the intent to mislead is an offense. After reading the notification off paper, the detective gives Jennifer a more human explanation of the instruction.
What I've just explained to you is you're here voluntarily to help us, that you don't have to talk to us if you don't want to, but the importance of talking to us, and if you're talking to us, the importance of telling the truth. And if you don't tell the truth, there's criminal consequences for not telling the truth. That's all that stuff had to deal with. Okay?
The investigator then leaves to get the Commissioner of Oaths, which is for the purpose of swearing in the witness, but he first brings in a box of Kleenex. This is universally recognized as getting startled, yet the official term in neurophysiology is the startle reflex via auditory stimulus. Hyperarousal from a traumatic event can often exaggerate this response in a manner similar to how Jennifer reacted to the sound of the door.
Hello, my name is Andrew Spiro. I'm a Commissioner of Oaths with York Regional Police. I'm here so you can give a truthful statement either by solemn affirmation or swearing on the Bible. Which do you prefer?
Swearing on the Bible?
Just put your hand on the Bible.
What the? Pause.
Oh my god.
Do you?
She's not. This chick ain't. I don't even think is she Christian? She ain't Christian. Probably
I don't
Buddhist or
think
something.
it matters.
Yeah, but if
matters.
like you don't have, if you're like
I
Muslim,
mean,
you're not gonna care about swearing on the Bible.
they're gonna
Or-
make you swear on the Quran,
or-
probably.
Nah, would they?
I
be like-
guess.
They're gonna be like, say wallahi.
Yeah, they probably will. Yeah, that's weird because like if you don't identify with that religion, I don't. I mean, hell, even if you're a Christian, you might still lie.
What was
Obviously,
the other option?
swear through like an affirmation or something like that. I think
Solemnly
Okay.
swear.
solemnly swear.
So
Yeah, that's probably the
Okay.
other way. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Guys, do me a favor, by the way. We got 900 plus y'all watching over on YouTube and another like 12 or 1,300 watching on Rumble. So we got over 2,000 y'all in here. You guys do me a favor and like the video on YouTube. Please open up another tab, watch it on YouTube, and like the video on YouTube. Let's get those YouTube numbers up because, as you guys know, haters are going to hate, but we want the channel to go ahead and grow anyway. The Fed Reacts is demonetized, guys. So everything that you send in absolutely helps, whether it's through a Rumble rant, subscribing to the channel, or you hit fnfsuperchat.com. We appreciate it greatly. CastleClub.tv as well, guys. Join over there. It's only $20 if you really rock with the message and you want to support Fresh to Fit and the whole squad here. Pretty much $25 is gonna shows your support. Like that's how you keep us fighting the good fight. You know, Castle Club's $20 a month, and then subscribing is only $5, and you get a bunch of badges too, a bunch of funny badges that you guys can see people are using on Rumble. So cool.
You know, I don't think that's like a Christian thing because you cannot swear on the name of God if you're Christian.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
No, you can't.
All right. Are you the same? It's gonna be an ignorant question. Are you the same type of Christian that Fresh is? Same thing, right?
I don't know what Fresh is. I asked you the other day because I don't know what he is. Like I don't know what he's praying to.
I know he doesn't believe in like the saints and all that other stuff. He's not a Catholic.
He doesn't believe in the
He's
Virgin?
like
No.
maybe closest to non-denominations, what we call it. It's kind of like a general Christian.
Okay. That's what I think it is.
And I know that's what I am. I know a lot of Haitians are like Baptists, but I consider myself non-denomination Christian. So
What's the difference between a Baptist and a Christian?
there's a small little difference, but
There are
No.
different kind of Christians.
There's a
I
ton.
know, but like there is like a general one.
Well, what about, man, y'all got so many different types, bro. Baptist, what's the other one?
The other one-
Jehovah's Witness.
yeah, 7-day Adventists.
Oh,
Basically, they only go to
yeah.
church. Like they go to church on Saturdays.
yeah. That's like almost like Jewish people.
Oh, yeah. Them boys.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right.
The Pentecostal.
So
too.
low.
But those are like
Them bells is going off.
I will say those are like very like radical Christians.
Gotcha. All right. Let's keep going.
All right.
Jennifer Pan, swear that the evidence you shall give on this investigation shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Once Jennifer is sworn in, the lead investigator returns to collect the statement.
Now I want you to sort of take yourself back to earlier on today, yesterday, meaning the 8th of November, and tell me about your day. Okay, start at any point in time, wherever you feel comfortable, and then we're gonna move forward. Okay.
Yesterday, probably around 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:30, my mother, she woke me up and she told me that she was going to visit my grandfather.
Throughout the day, Jennifer explains that she practiced piano, studied piano history, talked on the phone with her friends, and had dinner with her parents. Her mother left for line dancing at 8 p.m. and returned home at about 9:30, at which time Jennifer was alone in her room watching TV, ready to go to sleep.
And then, suddenly I just heard my mom calling for my dad to come down. And that's when I lowered the volume on my TV, and I could hear the voices weren't any voices I was very familiar with. And so I was scared and I couldn't move. I just sat in my room for a while. And then I thought I heard them all leave the top floor, and I peered out of my bedroom door. And a guy was there, and he came at me and had string in his hands and tied my arms back and said, "I have a gun behind your back. Do what I say. If you do what I say, then no one will get hurt." Where is the...
There is an actual Wikipedia page for this girl. She's 37 now. And this happened in 2010.
Yeah. Yeah, she's older than me because she was 24 in 2010.
Yeah, she was born in 1986.
Damn.
4 years older. They're not.
37, yeah. And she's sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after.
She was born, what, 1986?
86,
86.
yeah.
Is that the year Whitesnake came out with, Here I go again on my own. Dun, dun. Going down the only road I've ever known. Is that when it came out?
I love how you grabbed the mic.
Hey, man, I had to.
Singing.
These are good vocal mics.
I don't know the song.
I had to, what y'all think, man?
These are actually one of the best in the music
Myron
industry.
Jackson coming out soon? You gonna see me moonwalking in this bitch? You gotta think about my singing skills.
Man, we gotta do Michael Jackson.
We will do Michael Jackson. Let me see here. I'm gonna look up Whitesnake when that shit came out.
Oh, in May 2023, the Court of Appeal for Ontario ordered a retrial for Penn and her conspirators on the first-degree murder charge, but upheld the attempted murder conviction. That's crazy. That was this year.
This year.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Crazy.
Is she granted that, or is she granted anything?
What?
Is she granted anything? Like, is the judge giving her like the appeal or something, or maybe a retrial? Is she allowed it?
I think no, because she's got the possibility of parole after 25 years, and she got convicted in 2010. So yeah, she gotta wait a long time.
I think.
Here I Go Again was released in 1982. My bad.
I
was off. I got came out earlier.
That's
I got too excited.
Still in the 80s. That's still in the 80s.
It's still in the 80s, but
Yeah.
bitch was born in 86. I'm trying to think. What was the top song in 1986?
And I just remembered 37, bro.
She old as hell. Yeah, bro.
How old was she in 2010 then?
She was 24.
Man, and I thought she was like 16. She looks so young.
Yeah, she looks like a kid, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does.
Oh, Walk This
Wow.
Way. Run DMC with. So.
Walk this way.
Yeah. This bitch's song is Kill This Way.
God. Oh shit.
All right, let's keep going.
Money, show me where your money is. My mom kept trying to get up, and they kept telling her, sit down. And so I didn't want her to get hurt, so I told her, Mom, sit down. They were trying to find her wallet, but her English isn't good, so she kept saying purse. They kept pushing her down onto the chair.
Okay. Take your time. Take your time. All this is very important, so take your time.
Jennifer's nonverbal communication up to this point has made sense, and the reflection of her mother's last moments seems to push her over the edge. It could be assumed the detective still considers Jennifer a victim at this moment, but in the next moment, he will start becoming suspicious.
They kept all the lights off on the main floor. The only time there was light was when they opened the fridge door to see if they could find where my mom's purse was.
Take yourself back to a moment in your life when you have been overwhelmingly upset about something, and at the same time were trying to explain to someone why you were upset. You wouldn't quietly and reservedly convey the events. You would likely blurt them out in a forceful and disordered manner. Your sole focus would be on processing your thoughts and conveying them into speech. The emotional turbulence of severe hysteria and grief makes it very difficult to convey thought into actual dialogue, and the simple wording of a sentence becomes very challenging. Jennifer seems to find her words easily and executes her sentences perfectly.
One of the gentlemen asked my father if he had money in his wallet and where his wallet was. So they took me, because I was next to the stairwell, they took me up the stairs.
I mean, no, she referred to people that robbed their dad as gentlemen. I would argue that's the opposite of gentleman.
That's weird.
That's roughman.
And it's weird that you're calling these people gentlemen.
So I have to give myself the tomato. Thanks. Felt like fresh for a second. I don't know how he stands it. I'm like, damn, that was bad. Yeah, so it's okay. I give myself the L as well. You know what we need sometimes when Fresh sells those badass jokes? You know that fucking hook? Back in like the old Looney Tunes cartoons?
Oh, yeah.
Niggas said some dumb shit. They just take the hook and yoink that nigga off stage.
And Apollo.
Yeah.
And Apollo.
or some like tomatoes.
We need some shit. Yeah, we need some shit like that where Fresh does a bad joke and just like whoop. It's like whoa, boom, goes into the shadow realm.
Boom,
you know?
boom. There it is, right there.
Let's go ahead.
They were like, nah, I'm like Fresh, bro.
That's funny.
To show them where my father's wallet was, but I didn't know. They had turned the room upside down. I didn't know where his pants were at that time.
The intruders retrieve $1,100 from the master bedroom and then tie Jennifer to the upstairs banister.
Next thing I know, I think I heard my parents going down the stairs, and my mom was asking them for me to come with them. They wouldn't let me come with them. And after they said, the last things I heard them say was, you lied to us, you lied to us. And then I heard 2 pops. My mom screamed. I yelled out for her. And a couple more pops.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yo, it's crazy how she's putting on this act right now. No, you can keep going, Mo. Right. I'm just like shocked that like, look at how she's like literally
and I
acting.
I heard my mom say or moan or something, and then they did one more before they left, and then
I
one
like
of
to think, I like to know what a person that, because GCS gave us like an introduction of the case, and they basically told us everything, like what happened. But if you don't know anything about this case, how would you take?
You would buy it, yeah.
Yeah, how would you take this interrogation?
And him as the detective, right? He's not going to sit there and be like, I wonder if she's a son. Like, he's going to, like, obviously it's a young girl. Her parents just got killed. You're not going to sit there. You're trying your best to actually not make them feel like a perpetrator. You want them, hey, you're a victim. I'm interviewing you in this way.
Like build rapport.
Yeah, you want to build rapport, get the story out. But this woman is literally just being an actor on some demon time, bro. Like, what the hell's going on here? So, yeah, the fact that she could do this is wild.
Yeah, I'm about to give her a Grammy for that performance.
Yeah, bro. That bitch is like Emma Gabby. the girl that lied on the Tate brothers. Like, god damn, bro.
Oh, God.
Messaging her friend on WhatsApp. Oh, we're going to be on Netflix and Hulu and shit. Like, what the hell, bro?
It's the Asians.
Bro.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll take that seriously.
Angie's the real racist. I've been telling y'all, man.
I'm just kidding.
Someone in the chat actually said it. They're like, who's the racist? The person who wears the outfit or the person who sews the outfit? Sir, you're asking the right goddamn questions. The person that sews the outfit is the real racist. If y'all heard what the hell she be saying off camera, y'all niggas would really... It's not me that's racist. It's actually her.
It's called dark humor.
Now it's dark humor. Now it's dark humor. Now it's dark humur. Let's talk about Cubans, Angie. What do you got to say about Cubans?
Ooh, we can't do that.
We're on YouTube, nigga. We're on YouTube.
Hit the elevator button.
We don't got that capability on this stream. But goddamn, yo.
I'm just kidding.
No, you weren't. I remember I was like, yeah. I got hella love for the Cubans. She was like, I'm like, damn. I was like, damn.
What's the mechanic? The mechanic's a Cuban. Instant racism. Instant insults were said that I will not
They
repeat
just
here.
want money.
Yeah.
Like them boys.
So, well. All right, let's go back to the goddamn thing before we get
I love
canceled.
my Cuban people.
Shout out to the Cubans, man.
She don't love him.
Yeah. Shout out to the Cubans, man. I love Cubans.
I do too. Wrong guy.
I denounce Angie.
Oh my god, my dad is watching this.
Yeah, it
He's
probably
gonna
is.
kill me.
He probably agrees with you though. He a racist too. Let's keep going. Racism is funny.
And then they ran out the door. And I think once they were out the door, I heard my dad go up the stairs, and at that point...
Jennifer has clearly gotten her story straight beforehand, yet in the next moment appears to realize how unusual it is that she was able to make a phone call when her hands were tied behind her back to a banister. She hesitates, stutters, and even looks to the detective for approval twice before she quickly moves on.
I had my phone on me, behind me, that I had hidden there that they didn't know about. So I had my phone...
Y'all see that? She's seeking approval.
On me, behind me, that I had hidden there that they didn't know about. So when I thought that they had heard them all leave and my dad ran up the stairs, I whipped up the phone and I called 911. But I still hadn't heard anything from my mom, and all I could hear was my dad running on the street, just moaning and making sounds.
The detective then breaks the event down into components and has Jennifer go through each moment in more detail, the first of which is the appearance of the intruders. Jennifer now describes the one who appeared to be in charge.
The only thing I can remember was him was he had dreadlocks.
He had dreadlocks. So can you describe his race to me?
He was black.
Was his head covered? Was his face covered?
Just that his dreadlocks were like kind of like flopping all over the place. I couldn't see his face, and they kept the lights dark as much as possible.
Dreadlocks flopping everywhere.
Did you see the gun?
I only saw the top part of the gun.
What did it look like?
Kind of, it was black.
Yeah. Do you know where the other guys involved in this are?
I know one stayed with my parents downstairs.
Okay.
The other one, I'm not, at that point in time, I was more focused on him, like he was seeing me and he was coming after me.
So you're saying there's 3 for sure?
Yes.
That's all, you saw a total of 3 at one time, you saw 3 people together?
Yes, when I went downstairs, I saw 3 shadows.
She details the appearances of the other 2 assailants, whom she asserts were also black males. The detective then brings her back to the one in charge.
Now the first guy who spoke to you, did he have any accent?
None that I could make out.
Was it clear English?
English.
Unbroken?
Unbroken.
No accent?
From the terms he used, I didn't get to pick up an accent, no. He used short phrases.
He sounded Canadian?
I would say, yes, he was born here.
He was born here.
She asserts that the second intruder didn't speak, while the third had a Caribbean accent. She then goes on to say she was taken downstairs for a brief moment and saw her parents under guard in the living room. Her father was asked where his wallet was, and he told them it was in the master bedroom. Jennifer was then taken back upstairs alone with 2 of the assailants to help them find it. They don't find the wallet, but instead retrieve a pile of cash from inside the nightstand. Jennifer was then tied to the upstairs banister and left alone as the intruders went back down.
And the next thing I can hear are them telling my parents to move to the basement.
Okay.
And I'm asking them, why, where are you going? And my mom's yelling to me, I want my daughter. Why can't my daughter come too? I want my daughter.
Jennifer then hears one of the intruders yell, "You lied to us."
Who do you hear yelling, "You lied to us," or to that extent?
Number
3.
I'm assuming it's to my father, because he was the one asking for the wallet.
Now you hear this commotion downstairs. You said you heard 2 pops. And you heard who scream? Your mom. And what was she screaming? Do you remember?
I couldn't make it out. It was kind of like a cry yell, so it was just...
Okay.
They had made the first round, or pop, and they had said, okay, that's enough. Let's go.
Who said that? Whose voice is that?
Number 1.
Okay.
And then I heard one more after that. And they're like, that's enough. Let's go.
Okay. And again, that's number 1.
Yes.
So what do you hear next? After you hear the scrambling, they're gone. Because you're hearing no more. I gather that's how you assume they're gone, is because you don't hear. Then you hear your dad.
I reached for my phone at that point.
And you call 911. Okay. When your father exits, you hear the door open because you hear your dog, and then
I can hear like the outside noises.
Okay.
This robo-rat.
Which one? Oh. When we read it, that'll be funny.
Okay.
Like the wind coming in, and I just hear my dad, I think he's...
You think that he's sustained some kind of injury because you can't understand what he's saying. Okay. What about, can you hear your mom? Okay. Where does your dad go? Do you know where? You never see your dad again until when we're at the hospital. I think that's what you said, right?
I saw him when he was on the gurney.
Is there any reason to suspect or anything that's happened in the recent weeks leading up that would have you guys be a target of some type of incident like this?
We live a straightforward, kind of almost routine life.
Whenever Jennifer smiles, it takes her a couple seconds to realize she's not exhibiting the correct behavior, and she then snaps back into her solemn stare.
What, in your opinion, would cause people to target your house to think that there was a large quantity of money?
I'm not sure.
Now, you say your mom drives a Lexus.
It could be because of the aesthetics, yes.
What about your dad?
He drives a Mercedes and he loves that baby.
Is that right?
The questions end here, and the detective leaves the room for half an hour to double-check if he needs any more information. After 15 minutes of Jennifer waiting alone, we're gifted with another performance of the startle reflex, only this time, it's slightly less convincing.
He drives a Mercedes and he loves that baby. What?
If investigators were certain of Jennifer's innocence, this would have been the first and last time she would have been questioned in such a manner. Police are extremely careful in how they involve victims in investigations as to not cause further unnecessary trauma. But on this particular occasion, it would come as no surprise that Jennifer's psychological well-being was of less concern. She was officially still a victim and witness, but unofficially a leading suspect. She was called back in to give another statement just 2 days later at 9 a.m. She was told the reason was to collect more details, but you'll notice that the line of questioning and the answers they attain have little to no use for anything outside of Jennifer's culpability. The actual reason for this second statement is to collect further information to use against her at a later stage. In this interview alone, they already start the process of cross-examination and start to catch her out in previous lies. Jennifer is still a witness at this moment, and the exchange is void of any direct confrontation, yet she is still put under a modest amount of pressure, and the holes in her story start to become ever more apparent.
So they're catching on early.
Yep.
They're already catching on
Yep,
early.
because the things don't add up. And remember, the whole phone thing is very confusing for them. Wait, you were tied up, but how'd you get a hold of your phone to call 911? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah. She didn't think that through. Like, she didn't come up with, like, an after story. You know, after the fact, after the killings. Dumbass Asian.
Wait, what did you say? What? What? Yo!
What
Misogyny.
I don't think I can repeat it for YouTube. I'm just gonna. Yo, she is
keep
racist
going,
as hell.
Mom. Just keep going.
She's racist as hell. Damn. God damn.
Take that first interview that we had, which was, hours after what had transpired, put it aside. It's almost like we've never spoken before, okay? So we're starting afresh. We're starting from new. That way you're not going to say, I think I already told him that. Don't worry about what you've already told me.
Do you, Jennifer Penn, swear or declare that the evidence that you give in this investigation shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
We're going to see if we've learned or if you've remembered anything else. And there's some questions with respect to that statement that I'm going to ask you about, okay? But I'm going to let you start again, and let's move forward from any time in that day where you want to start. If it's the time you woke up or if it's the time that your first interaction, it's your choice.
Okay, I'm very nervous, and
Why are you nervous? Tell me about why you're nervous.
because I don't want to say the wrong things.
So
because that day was a lot.
You're right.
And I've been scattered, and so bits and pieces are here and some pieces aren't here, and I'm just...
So I want you to sit back in your chair, okay? Just sit back in your chair, take a deep breath, okay? Close your eyes, just follow my line, just sit back in the chair for a second, sit back, relax the best you can, close your eyes, and just breathe for a minute, okay?
The most curious detail you've probably come to notice is this. It's known as a self-pacifying gesture. A person who does this is most often uncomfortable and sometimes fearful of what lies ahead. It's a coping mechanism to dissipate stress and afford self-assurance.
What I can remember is when I woke up, I had some breakfast.
She practices on the piano, studies piano history, plays games on her phone, and speaks with her friends on Facebook during the morning hours. Her mom leaves to visit her grandfather at around noon and returns at 3 p.m. to prepare dinner. Her father comes home at around 4:30 from work, and dinner is served 1 hour later. Her mother leaves for line dancing at 7, then returns at 9:30. Jennifer at this point is in bed talking with her friend on the phone, and her father is in the computer room. She then hears her mother loudly call out to her father.
What is she saying?
She's calling him by his name and to come down.
Okay, so give us verbatim. What do you hear her saying?
In Vietnamese, she's like, Hanoi, xuống đây.
She's clearly aware that she has to appear mournful over the subject matter and sensibly draws out this emotion at the correct moments. Yet what's fascinating is how she's unable to maintain this emotion when inquired over the same elements. In this very moment, she appears completely grief-stricken, but when the investigator inquires further, this supposed grief rapidly dissipates. It's extremely difficult to convincingly act out an emotion while evaluating a question. It requires two completely different parts of the brain, which is why most people can only do one of these things at a time. This is exactly what you see in the next moment, and continuously throughout this interview.
And what does that translate to?
That's my father's name, Han. Come down here.
Does she say anything else associated with that?
I can't hear clearly because, like, I was on the phone and the TV was on,
Sure.
but that's what I heard.
Is she yelling? Or is it normal?
It's a loud, she's not yelling, but it's a loud tone.
Okay.
She then hangs up the phone with her friend once she hears the commotion.
As I'm hanging up the phone with him, I hear footsteps going up the stairs.
Okay.
But they're heavier footsteps than what is to be expected from my parents.
Okay.
Jennifer hears unfamiliar voices, so she opens her door to investigate. She has spoken for 2 minutes up to this point without being interrupted, and once again manages to build up her emotion to correlate with a supposedly terrifying event. Yet as soon as the detective interjects with a question, we once again see this emotion dissipate.
I peered out, and there was a person in what would have been my brother's room.
And where's your brother's room located?
Just a little bit down I could see from my doorway to his doorway, just a little bit down the hall.
Okay.
The first intruder then robs Jennifer at gunpoint before taking her to the ground floor, where she then sees her parents sitting next to each other.
From where I was standing, my father was sitting on the right, and my mother was sitting on the left.
Sitting where?
On our couch.
Sitting on the couch. Are they looking out towards you?
No, their backs are towards me.
Okay. And you're now on the ground level? Are you on the floor? Or on the
I'm
sitting
on the floor. I'm sitting on the floor.
All right, where are your hands?
They had tied my hands,
So let's go back up to the stairs. Remember we said...
Her emotional display in seeing her parents in distress gradually faded after each interjection, but you'll now see it completely cease altogether once she realizes that she made her first mistake. Everything she had said up to this point correlated with her initial statement, but she had just forgot to mention that she was first tied up before being taken downstairs, and only brought it up when reminded by the detective.
Take the other statement and whatever we've said before.
No, I said it earlier.
She didn't say she was tied up earlier. She completely forgot to mention it and seems to be trying to convince the detective otherwise. It's a moment of slight panic, which becomes far more pronounced when you compare it to her supposed grief-stricken recollection 5 seconds earlier. The detective doesn't challenge this, as it can be used against her at a much later stage, and the main objective at this point is to collect as much conflicting information as possible.
Okay, then let's get back to that area. I think you might have touched on it. We went back into the description. So where do you get your hands tied, and where does the string come from?
I'm not sure where the string comes from, but he had the string.
Okay.
And after I gave him my money, that's when he tied my hands.
She is then taken downstairs where she sees her mother being interrogated by the second assailant over the whereabouts of the cash. According to her first statement, the second assailant never said a word the entire time.
He had pushed her back onto the couch. And
Who pushed her?
Number 2.
Okay.
He was pushing her back onto the couch. And she kept saying, "Where's my purse? Where's my purse?" And the guy kept telling her to sit down, and I didn't want my mom to get hurt.
The acting, man. This is crazy.
How many times does she get up and get pushed back down?
I'd say she got up twice.
Has number 2 uttered a word at this point in time?
I can't remember hearing him.
Okay. So we're just correcting what you said earlier, because you said earlier that it was number 2 who was asking where the purse is, and now you've said now it's number 1 guy who would initially... No. It's all a purpose. The purpose here is clarifying what you're saying. So number 1 is the one who's doing the talking about.
I don't want to
Number 3
mess up my made-up
on
story.
your dad's wallet. Okay.
Jennifer continues to make contradictions and is forced to correct herself multiple times after she notices the puzzled gaze from the detective. He inquires over the appearance of assailant number 2, who is wearing a hoodie according to the first statement.
Do you get a good look at number 2 now of what he's wearing?
All I could tell was he had a vest, and his face was like a long oval face.
He had a vest?
No, hoodie.
Okay.
Dark hoodie.
Okay. Did you see them recover anything inside your mom and dad's room?
I did not see anything, no.
Are you sure? Because when we spoke the last time, there was some mention of some other money that went missing.
I believe when they were looking for my father's wallet, they had opened the drawer, and it was in an envelope.
What drawer would that have been in?
If you're at the doorway where I was standing on the left side, the bedside table.
Whose side of the bed is it?
That's my mother's side of the bed.
Okay.
More than likely a total coincidence, yet she almost appears to be praying that she gave the correct response. Fortunately for her, she was correct on this occasion.
And approximately how much money?
I'm not sure how much she took out for our trip, but I can only estimate about a few $100s.
Few hundred, because at the time, the last time you told me, you were pretty adamant about $1,100. So I'm curious to know how you came up with that.
As you guys can see here, she's trying to remember her lies, and she's also trying to, reconstruct the story. And I've always said this: the good thing about criminals and them lying is they never lie once. You can never only tell one lie. You have to tell a multitude of lies to continue to cover up for prior lies made. So what he's doing now is he's just getting her to kind of trip over her own words. And you guys are seeing, a flurry of emotion where she cries at 1 second, then she tries to rationalize it, give us an answer here on another second. She's trying to remember what she had said in other interviews so she can make it, stick. So she's disheveled and all over the place, which is exactly what you want.
Yeah, no, unfortunately for her, the investigators rewatched her interview before they
brought her in the second time,
over and over. So it's a nail for her for not remembering everything and every detail that she said the first time.
Yep. That's how I be catching these girls on the podcast when they say the stupid shit that they say.
Oh, because you would write it down?
Yeah, I write it down and I'll be listening very closely. So that's how you catch liars, guys. That's why girls on a pod, I'll literally just listen to what they say, whatever. Okay, she said this, and then bam, I'll catch her with a conflict later, and they're like, oh, no, I never said. Yes, you did. Yes, you fucking did, bitch.
Yeah.
Stop the cap.
Let's keep going.
This is a really good agent, though.
Yeah. Oh, this guy, the detective. Yeah.
Although I'm kind of not surprised.
Well, he's got to have his T. You got to keep in mind, he's got to have his T's and his I's T's crossed and I dotted, because this is the victim's daughter, and he's about to make a very serious accusation. Think about it from a press perspective. If the police make an arrest on the victim's daughter, they better be sure it's correct, because if you're not, bro, you about to get sued out the woozah. So he's, they got an inkling now that she might be involved, but they don't know for sure. That's why they're kind of letting her retell the story, because they know, okay, she clearly didn't kill them. There were other people there. Who are these other people? So we need to kind of talk to her again.
Yeah, but as soon as they find a little slip of from her part, they're just gonna know why.
Yeah, but the reason why I'm saying they're being so soft in this interview with her, kind of, where they're just telling her to tell the story again, etc., is because they know that she didn't act alone.
Yeah.
So they're all right, we have to kind of still keep the kid gloves on, because there's other conspirators here.
Yeah.
But now we think that she's involved with these other conspirators. So that's why he's kind of still. I know some of you guys in the chat why does he just say you lying bitch, blah blah blah? It's because he wants to identify who the other people are.
Yeah.
She couldn't do this alone, obviously.
This reminds me of Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
She was also lacking remorse.
Crazy ass chick, bro. Yeah, Casey Anthony, killing her kid.
And I'm not surprised he's able to catch someone scheming with
Casey Anthony. That one was a frustrating one. Her ridiculous lies to the police. Her and the other girl, Suitcase chick. That one was frustrating too. Watching. I feel like I was doing a Fresh Fit podcast.
Dalia De Polito too. Remember?
Who?
Dalia De Polito.
She's crazy too. Bro, if you guys want to get a headache like I do when I do the podcast, watch those episodes and watch the police interview these women, bro. Literally delusional.
Oh, Jodi Arias was a good one
Yeah,
too.
she's crazy, bro. We covered all those women. Dude, could you imagine interviewing them on the panel? Bro. Oh, I didn't do it. We got you on picture. We got you on photograph. Oh, that's not me. Yeah, it is. What the fuck? Oh my God.
I took a video. There was a guy that did Jodi Arias who was like, "What do you keep lying?" I need to view her.
Oh, the interview. Yeah, he got tired of her. He's like, yeah. All right, let's keep going.
And plus, I'm not shocked that he's catching on to the scheming, because I saw that little balding.
Balding head. Oh.
It'd be scary to have them on the pile, to be honest with you, Myron.
You know what I mean?
They'd be killing you.
Nah, he's not one of them boys.
Oh,
I doubt it. Yeah.
I was looking at the balding spot.
No, where it's located. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nah, that's just a nigga going bald, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For men, you always get the male pattern baldness starts at the crown a lot of times. But I know what you mean. All right.
I believe because when we were at the border, we stopped at the duty-free, my mother was deciding whether to use her U.S. currency or her U.S. currency or her Canadian currency.
So it was at that time you remember hearing $1,100? And is that the inference you're saying? Is that, because you're pretty solid saying that it was $1,100 that went missing, that was taken. and that you saw it when we spoke. And who took it? Who took possession of the money?
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
The detective lets the contradiction slide once more. Jennifer is then brought to the moment where the intruders had just left and she is tied to the upstairs banister.
Let's come back to now you're being taken to the banister in the upper
sorry,
level.
I don't
Don't
remember.
apologize, okay? I'm going to try and ask you questions to try and clarify points, okay? If you don't remember, you don't remember. Okay, so there's no apologizing. The only reason you would apologize to me is if you've lied to me.
That's another L
Okay,
for her.
so
because
then
when
in
you
this
go
case,
through
then don't
a
apologize to me.
traumatic situation, there is no way that you're just gonna forget things just like
Yeah.
that. And even if this girl's been interviewed 2 days after the fact, so that's just crazy. That's just really bad for her.
Yep.
It's just
Absolutely. She's fucking on some bullshit, man.
dumb. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's keep going.
It's okay. Okay, I'm going to ask you questions to clarify points. You're now bound to the railing. Can you show me? Can you stand up and turn around and tell me?
Oh, this is gonna
just
be
show on
funny.
the camera how your hands are bound and how you are against the railing. You don't have to sit down. I just need to see how you were.
Crying, man.
Just tell you.
The only reason that I'm
Can I
trying
just
to
tell you?
I need to do this is that I'm also going to ask you is that so take this back take it out of a traumatizing event, which it is, and put yourself into a more clinical position, because I want to see how you could physically get your phone out of your waistband. We're obviously going to need to know that. It's very important. So traumatize a way. Now put yourself into just a state of, I need to mechanically show how I can get access to my phone. Okay,
This is
because
great
that's
that he made
obviously
her do
very
this.
relevant. We know you made the phone call, but questions are going to obviously raise is that if my hands are bound and I'm against the railing, how do I talk to a 911 operator? Okay, so clinically, this is now a clinical demonstration. Just stand up, focus in on how you did it.
She's like, oh shit.
And I want you to stick that in your waistband as an example. Okay, so just take your sweat off, because this will be a very smooth, very quick thing. It's a one-time demonstration. I'm not going to ask you to repeat it.
The two critical parts of this demonstration are where Jennifer states she was tied, and the movement of her arms as she takes her phone out of her pocket. The investigator is hoping the mechanics of the two components would be illogical and contradict each other.
They tied my upper arm
Yes?
around the banister,
Yes?
but my hands were bound together.
So your hands bound together, and this is the arm that's the strings wrapped around against the banister?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now how can you get to the phone? And how do you make the phone call?
Hey, Siri.
Whether it be a stroke of luck or that
Wow.
Jennifer had prepared for this moment, this actually made sense. Had her arms gone left or the point of restraint been below the elbow, none of this would have been possible. It's perhaps the single moment where Jennifer's statement was somewhat beneficial to her defense. We know Jennifer was tied up when police arrived, but the assumption was that she had her phone in her hands the entire time and wouldn't have had to retrieve it from her waistband. She can now argue that this portion of her testimony is genuine.
911?
Mm-hmm.
And do you talk down like that?
Yes, I'm yelling at the phone like this.
And how can you hear?
I turned the volume on max.
Yes?
Oh my god.
So that's exactly the way that you're talking to her against the railing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good enough. Sit down.
Jennifer is then brought back to the
Stop
moment
the
just
gap.
before she heard the gunshots.
At this point, I started hearing my parents get up.
I think he still didn't believe her.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop the clap,
He
man.
was
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it's possible, but I mean, the phone was very. If you notice, when she was talking on the phone back, it was very clear. It didn't sound like it would be on speaker.
Yeah.
But let's keep going.
because I was thinking about the aging. I'm like, he sounds like he's
I think
not
that was
buying
a
it.
BlackBerry.
Yeah, BlackBerry. Yeah, probably was 2010. Yeah,
Right?
yeah. The iPhone kind of was just a new
Yeah.
thing. The iPhone 4 had just like come out around then.
I
Yeah.
thought she was gonna pull up the Hey Siri, but no.
Yeah, nah,
It
no.
didn't
Hey Siri, at
exist
that
back
point,
then.
it was fucking Blackberries, man. All right, let's keep going.
And they're moving. And my mom's yelling, "Where's my daughter? I want my daughter. Where's my daughter?" And I'm yelling, "Mom, I'm here."
Here, Jennifer, take a Kleenex and just take a minute.
You'll notice that she doesn't wipe her eyes or blow her nose, just buries her face in the tissue, which the detective later testified remained completely dry.
Okay. So we're now down in the basement. They're down in the. You know your parents are down in the basement.
I heard pop. And then my mom. I heard her squeal.
Multiple pops occur thereafter before she hears the intruders leave through the front door.
Once the door closed, I heard my father. He ran up the stairs and all I could hear was moaning. Yeah. Once I heard him starting to move, that's when I pulled out the phone and I was trying to call 911.
This is untrue. She only realized her father was alive midway through the 911 call. And in that exact moment, you can actually hear genuine fear in her voice compared to her fabricated panic the moment before.
Some people broke into our house. Okay, you showed all his money? Like, answer my name. Yelling upstairs. Okay, where are you? What? Avenue Road. Yes. He's spell the street name for me, please? Dad?
The final part of this statement is collecting information to set up the main strategy for Jennifer's interrogation that will take place 10 days later. They go through Jennifer's past and gather intel to lay the foundation for what's known as the how and why solution, which will be explained in further detail at a later stage.
What I want to do now is I want to go into your past, okay? And start talking about things that have been going on with you.
The detective now morphs into a therapist, and what's fascinating is how Jennifer doesn't once question the new line of inquisition. Many argue that it was the first time Jennifer was even asked about such matters, giving reason for her willingness to open up. This may have been the first time in her life she was able to process her frustrations and vent to someone who appeared to care. The first topic is her parents, and the expectations and pressures she was under to succeed, which led to her faking her grades and then her college degree as to not be a disappointment.
How did you feel about that? How did you feel about having to lie to your parents?
I felt guilty, but every time I tried to bring it up, there was just so much.
Yo, the chat, you guys got no chill, man. You guys got Mo and Angie dying in the background over here with some of your guys' comments.
I chose.
Someone said they should force her to parallel park as a punishment. An Asian woman parallel parking. Oh, man. Yo, what the fuck, man? All right, let's keep going, man. You guys, man. We'll read the chats here in a second.
I can't even parallel. I can't even. That's why I'm laughing, because that's true.
Women really suck at parallel parking. This is true. This is true.
God, you guys are cute.
And an Asian woman? Oh, Lord. Bruh.
And just like, yo, W racist jokes.
Yeah. All right, bro, let's go back, man. Come on. Keep going.
Jesus.
I was trying to hold it in, but when Angie...
She just referred to the ultimatum she was given by her father, the choice to live at home and go back to school, or be completely cut off by her parents and live with her boyfriend. Information gathering on Jennifer's past goes on for roughly 2 hours and 20 minutes. The detective then ends the exchange by putting her under some pressure. It's not a direct confrontation, but it's by far the most uncomfortable position she's been in up to this point. The detective subtly switches back to the home invasion and how the intruders were able to gain access without breaking in.
Like, you didn't hear a doorbell, you didn't hear a door knock, you didn't hear a door kicked in. You didn't.
I said I was watching TV on the phone. I don't know how.
Yeah, I know. We went over that back and forth. We don't know how. So somehow they got into your house by getting through your mom down on the lower level, right? Because she's the only one who's down there.
She was the only one down there.
So it's very confusing. Generally, random events are not, in most cases, random. There's a rhyme or reason why they've come to your house. But from what you've told me inside the house, the only thing that you hear them saying to you is they're looking for money. They're not looking for a specific quantity of money?
No.
So you're telling me that you had no involvement in what happened, meaning not saying how the outcome came, but you had no involvement in any type of illegal activity that would have drawn you or the attention of you to have bad people come to your house looking for large sums of money. You're not involved in this any which way. Because the question obviously stands, Jennifer, is you're upstairs and they're downstairs, right? So it's a natural concern why would they leave you alone? Why would they not do the same to you?
Good question.
He's sick of her. He's sick of her.
You can't answer that question?
All he can say is he said I cooperated. But I asked him to take me.
The number one guy said you cooperated. Okay. Who's to say this whole thing isn't a lie?
Oh.
That what you're telling me is a lie?
Gotcha,
because if you are lying, it's the most cold-blooded thing that I've ever faced in my life.
She has no remorse. I don't understand why she's crying.
She's trying to win an Oscar.
There is nothing that you've said to me today is a lie. Now, back to another very difficult question. But if I don't ask it, it's an obvious one. The resentment that you may have had towards your parents for the interference in your relationship and your life and essentially locking you down in your house.
At the end of the day, I love my parents and I chose to be with them. And if I wanted to, I could have just left, but I didn't. I wanted to stay with them and take care of them.
You mean they take care of you?
So this wasn't some evil plot that you thought up to...
Oh my God, no.
No interaction, no belief, no, you didn't have anything to do with this thing at all, whatsoever. You don't engage in illegal activity?
No.
Because you know that it'll be very easy, it will be a very easy thing to discredit you on, right? We're in the process of trying to add credibility to what you tell us, and that's through the process of asking people and doing whatever. Through that same process, it will be very easy to find the flaws in what you've said, which again then turns the focus back to you. Okay? It's a natural progress. It's a natural thing that investigators do. We eliminate people, or we draw our attention to them. It's a natural thing. It's not brain surgery. Okay?
The detective leaves the room for 20 minutes to allow Jennifer to stew in her own thoughts before they end the statement. He comes back to add one last bit of psychological pressure that he carefully disguises as reassurance. Jennifer will leave terrified, but still believe the police are on her side.
Okay, we're
pacing around. She's nervous now.
How are you feeling?
Sorry, you really scared me.
What I scare you about? Sit down and take a load off. Tell me how you're feeling and how I scared you. I don't want you walking away from here thinking I'm evil. I want you to walking around from here thinking that this guy is helping investigate my mom's murder and he's going to turn over every stone possible to make sure that we catch the people who do that. That's what I want you feeling. So I don't want you walking away from here thinking that I scared you or I'm a bad man. Sometimes we have to ask very, very difficult questions, but it's my job. Okay? You're our only link. You're it. Until your dad regains his back and being able to be spoken to.
Ooh.
Right now, you're our only link to this case.
Her father had bullet fragments lodged in his face that doctors couldn't remove, and a shattered neck bone. At the time of this interview, the consensus was that if he did regain consciousness...
You guys remember this song?
Oh, it's copyright.
Actually, no.
You should add it as a sound effect, though. It's this song.
Oh, we have it. We have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Angie, of course we have that.
Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Myron needs this song right now.
Yeah, we have it, man. We're on it. I just don't have it on my soundboard, but Chris has it, so that's why. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, we got you, Angie.
He would be useless as a witness due to irreversible brain damage.
So we may rely on you heavily until we can speak to your father.
That's their mistake.
So don't be afraid.
So
if
she's
you've
like,
told the
damn.
truth, the last thing you should be afraid of is...
As soon as my dad regains consciousness, I am fucked.
Yeah.
Because at this point, she didn't really know that he was going to survive. So let's keep going.
No, and throughout the whole stuff, she was walking with the guys.
Yeah, that's why. Well, we'll see that. They'll see that here in a second. But that's why she was shocked when she heard him scream like that. She's like, "Dad!" She's like, "Oh,
he's
like,
alive.
I thought you were dead." Yeah. So, all right, let's keep going. They shot him in the face and the shoulder, and he survived. Chris, you got it? I mean, Mo, sorry.
Is anything. If you've told the truth and you've been truthful through this whole process, then you're helping. You're doing your part. Okay? And don't be afraid of me.
I'm just afraid because, like, I know everything is just all pointing negatively right now, and I don't understand why. I feel that, like, the way you're speaking to me, it's kind of like, I know you said that you had to say those things, but it's here, and I've already said it to the special victims yesterday, but there's, like, ideas in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid to say it out loud.
Fuck your feelings.
Ideas about speculation of what happened, how it happened. Unfortunately, at times some of us have to point the finger, seem like we're pointing the finger, and it really is just to provoke you to see what you're going to do, how you're going to respond. Okay? So, it's only a question, and it's been answered, and if you've been truthful, okay, you have nothing to fear. Absolutely nothing. Okay?
Police kept Jennifer under close observation from this point forward. A surveillance detail was assigned to track her every movement, and she was even monitored at her mother's funeral 3 days later. According to reports, she was emotionless the majority of the time, only showing what appeared to be feigned grief at certain moments. She never shed a single tear, and kept her eyes to the floor or completely shut for the entirety of the service. Jennifer's father had in fact awoken from his induced coma the day prior, and miraculously seemed to remember everything from the night of the incident. He would give an official statement in secret on November 16th, and multiple parts of his story story contradicted what Jennifer had told police. The most significant detail was that she was never tied up, but instead walking around freely and talking with the intruders as if they were friends. He actually spoke with Jennifer over the phone, but was informed by investigators to act amnesic and not to confront her, only to ask her if she thought her ex-boyfriend was behind it. She stated that she was almost certain he wasn't. The only issue with Han's statement was that he had suffered minor brain damage from the gunshot, which could be used by a defense team to refute his testimony in court, or even get it thrown out altogether. Furthermore, it was essentially his word against Jennifer's, and their turbulent relationship would also work greatly in the defense's favor. York Regional Police knew they needed a confession for the best possible chance at securing a conviction, so they assigned their most experienced investigator to conduct Jennifer's interrogation. She was called back into the Markham Police Station on the 22nd of November at 2:30 p.m., a week and a half after the incident took place.
So just for the record, it is the 22nd of November 2010. We're at the 5 District Station in the town of Markham. My computer right now says 2:39 in the afternoon. Okay. Just for the record, my name is Detective William Gates. You can just call me Bill here today. And what do you like to be called?
Jen.
Jen? Yep. What do you prefer, Jen or Jennifer?
Doesn't.
Either are? Okay. So Jen, you're aware that the audio tape and everything's on. It's the same as last time. Okay. You've been here on 2 other occasions, I understand, on the 9th of November and I believe again on the 11th of November. Is that correct? Okay. And do you know why we're here today?
Just to discuss stuff.
Yeah, regarding what?
Yeah. What happened at my home?
Okay. And as a result of that home invasion, your father, Han Pan, was actually shot, and your mother, Vic Pan, was actually killed. Is that correct? Yeah, you'll have to speak up a little bit just so I can hear you.
Sorry, yes.
Okay.
What's unique about this interrogator is how he immediately adopts a no-nonsense approach, yet manages to build rapport and remain sympathetic at the same time. You'll see that he has far less patience compared to the previous investigator, yet seems to create a stronger connection with the suspect. It's a hard thing to explain, but easily observed as you'll soon find out.
So that's what we're going to discuss here today.
Jennifer this time around has read her rights to silence rather than her rights as a witness. If she knew anything about the law in Canada, she would be wise to the fact that she is now a suspect. Fortunately for the investigator, she remains completely naive to the situation throughout the opening phase of the interrogation, making her far more susceptible to the strategy he is about to employ.
Okay, just hold on a second. Okay, we're having technical difficulties here. Okay, so that's why they interrupted me. What we're going to do is, if you don't mind holding tight there, I'm just going to move my equipment to the other room. Okay, and then I'll come over and we'll move over there next door, okay?
I'm just not comfortable being on my own.
Okay, I'm going to be right here, though. Okay?
With respect to interrogations, it's common knowledge that the psychological manipulation begins before a single word is spoken. The physical layout of the room is designed to accelerate the sense of discomfort and isolation, and it's fascinating to observe how each interrogator has their own unique methods of setting the tone. Knowing how this interrogation plays out allows us to realize this detective's procedure. The considerable distance between him and the suspect will keep her relaxed enough to be influenced by Phase 1, but this same distance will intensify the pressure once he eventually closes it during Phase 2. You'll notice this detective is slow with his first strategy, but swift with the second. He takes his time in building trust and establishing rapport, yet once this initial connection is secured, the transition to aggression will be abrupt and ever increasing from that point forward. Jennifer takes a seat in the room 15 minutes since she was first informed of her rights. It's important to note that she is still free to leave at any time at this point. She is unknowingly a suspect, but not under arrest.
So just for the record, this room is being videotaped and audio taped, just like the other one, okay? And I'm just going to grab my chair from across the way, okay? Okay.
The detective goes through Jennifer's history of teaching piano and her earlier years of high-level figure skating, which was cut short due to injury.
If you didn't get injured, would you still be doing it? Yeah, okay. So that's nice. And did you, as far as that, did you do like competition skating? Or? Okay. And how did you do with that?
I wasn't at the top of the pack, but just the middle average.
Yeah, so that's good though. But you did actually enjoy it. It was more than just going for competition. You enjoyed actually doing it.
So this girl sucks at everything she did.
Okay. All right. Do you have any students right now? Or? Okay. And why not?
The students I were teaching, they went to high school and lost interest.
Okay. Yeah, too big for piano. Yeah, I took it in grade school too, but I think I went to grade 7 in it, I think. Like when I was in grade 7, I stopped taking it, but I still remember Swans on the Lake. know how to play that. That's about it.
The detective then goes through Jennifer's work history as a server before touching on her future plans in education. Jennifer mentions that she plans to go by her parents' wishes and pursue a career in healthcare, at which point the primary strategy is initiated, the how and why solution. The detective gradually begins to shift the blame away from the suspect and onto another set of circumstances that prompted the suspect to commit the crime. He starts developing a theme that will afford her a psychological justification in doing it, and this theme will be further established as the interrogation progresses. It starts off subtle so that she remains oblivious to the agenda.
Now, if you could pick any job yourself, I'm not talking about anybody else, but if you could pick for yourself, what would it be?
I'm going to be a piano teacher on, like, when I come home. But in the daytime, I'd like to have a simple, maybe like a lab technician job, just work 8 hours a day, and come home and teach piano.
This is an answer the detective was hoping for. Jennifer's preferred career choice is at odds with what her parents wanted, so he now builds on the concept of the overly controlling parent and the unfair limitations it causes the child. He then links this concept with the subject of Jennifer's boyfriend and how she was kept from seeing him.
Now, eventually you were discussing Daniel. What happened with that relationship?
I hid it from my parents at first. They didn't agree with me having a boyfriend.
Okay.
And once they found out, they didn't like the fact that he was of mixed race.
Okay.
And they told me to stop seeing him.
Okay. And how did that make you
Notice
feel?
how she leaves out that he was a drug dealer.
Yes.
Instead, it's, oh, it's race. That's why my parents didn't like him.
Filled an empty void.
Which that could be the reason, but
Felt that
she's not going to talk about the real major reason, which is, yo, your boyfriend's a drug dealer. We keep going.
They in Canada. I don't even think they cared that much about race.
Facts.
When you broke up, you felt the part was missing? Is that what you're saying?
When they first told me to stop seeing him, stop talking to him, I felt like a part of me was missing, and I fell into a little bit of depression.
Okay. How did they find out?
One day when my mother came to pick me up, she saw me and he had dropped me off.
Okay. Dropped you off?
At Pacific Mall, and my mother was coming to pick me up from Pacific Mall.
Okay. And somehow they saw each other, I guess?
Oh, my mother saw me hugging kissing goodbye.
Okay. That gave it away. What happened next then?
I tried to bring him home. My mother at first was like, bring him home, let us meet him. When I brought him home, they automatically didn't like it for some reason.
Okay.
And that's when they told me to stop seeing him.
Okay. So you were told to stop seeing him. So what happened then?
At first, I stopped for a while. But like I said, I just felt really empty and I felt depression. And I started.
Hey Mo, can you pause it?
Jennifer then goes on
Guys,
to explain
real quick,
in further
do me a
detail.
favor. We got 1.1K y'all watching on YouTube and another 1.6 over on Rumble. Guys, do me a favor, like the video on YouTube and on Rumble. Let's get to 1,000 plus likes so we can hit that 90% engagement. Let's keep going. Shit's about to
How
get
she
real.
carried on the relationship in secret, and how it became more and more of a struggle hiding it from her parents.
Now, how has Daniel taken it when your parents said that you couldn't see him anymore? How did he take it?
He was hurt.
Yeah. And how did you feel?
Also hurt.
Also hurt. Okay.
She then goes on to explain that she was living with Daniel at his parents' house for 2 years, while her own parents thought she was studying at a university.
And his parents were, I guess, more liberal than your parents.
His parents, they loved me.
Yeah. Okay. And they recognized that you loved each other.
Jennifer recounts how she bought a fake diploma for $500 to show her parents, and the many other avenues she went down to keep the lie going. She eventually gets to the day she was found out.
How did you end up back home, I guess?
They called up my friend, who I said I was staying with, in the middle of the night, and she was groggy and forgot what day it was, and so she's like, isn't she home? And I wasn't home.
Okay. She messed up.
I don't blame her, but...
No. Okay.
Jennifer then goes on to explain the ultimatum she was given and the restrictive measures that were put in place so that she wouldn't be able to see her boyfriend.
So how has that felt, being under those guidelines for the last 18 months?
It was okay, it wasn't the best feeling in the world because, I just felt trapped.
Okay.
But it's what I chose to do with my family.
Okay. And so you made a choice between what?
Living out on my own with Daniel and staying home with my parents.
Did you feel you really had a choice or not?
There was no choice because family always comes first.
Okay. And where do you get that from? Where do you get that belief? Okay. So family's number one?
Yes.
The detective then brings up Jennifer's earlier assertion of being depressed, and then affiliates it with the restrictive measures she was living under.
Did you ever feel that they expected too much of you? How so?
Comparisons to other people.
Okay, so who would they compare you to?
Like classmates, clubmates, cousins.
Okay. And so some of them have been successful recently? Okay. And what did they say to you?
Wish I could have been that person.
Okay, so that's pretty hard, right? Hard to take for you?
What I've heard all my life. Nothing.
Okay. Did you ever feel like, I know you're smart and they believe you're very smart, but did you ever feel you weren't as smart as what they thought that you were?
Yes.
Okay, I get that feeling, that it's pretty tough to live up to their expectations. Okay, like your dad ultimately would like to see you be like a doctor. Those were pretty high standards for anybody. Not everybody can be a doctor. Okay, but they may have acted like you could have done it no problem. Their expectations were so high that few people would be able to reach that expectation. I'm not just talking about you, I'm talking about anybody.
All right, pause.
And it
So
started
the
at a young
detective
age.
guy's right now, he's trying to build rapport with her. He's trying to help her justify and rationalize her actions. And this is really big when you interview suspects. You have to make it seem as though, hey, I get it. I know why you did what you did. You know, you were going through some shit, unrealistic expectations from your parents. They're constricting you from your boyfriend. Like, I can see your perspective. You almost have to kind of identify with you got to be able to step in their shoes and be empathetic to why they might have done what they've done. Obviously, you know, nothing ever really excuses you from killing people, but it's a tactic used to build rapport with suspects. Let's keep going.
The detective further explores the stresses of living with overly strict parents, and Jennifer explains in further details the way she would cope, which for the most part was lying about her grades and living a double life with her boyfriend.
How did it feel having to lie to them all those years?
Really hard. Really hard. Like I wanted to tell them, but just they always looked down and disappointment.
Okay. I'm sure there were days when you actually planned that this is the day I'm going to tell them, and then you just couldn't spit it out.
The opening strategy of the how and why solution has now been executed. A connection has been attained, and the desired narrative established. The next phase of the interrogation is about to commence, which is first set up by a two-step strategy. Step 1 is to induce fatigue. Step 2 is to induce fear.
Now, when's the last time you spoke to your dad?
You think the race thing would have played into their heartstrings?
To a degree. If he was Asian himself, he would be like, yeah, I totally get it. But he's doing a good job of identifying with, like, being with overly strict parents.
Just wanting just to see if my brother had made it into school.
And what have you and your father discussed about this case?
He just asked me if Daniel was behind it.
Well, I meant having a black boyfriend.
Oh, do I think? What about it?
Like normally, like say like trying not to be like anti-black, like oh, because my parents didn't like him because he was black.
Oh, you mean
think
like
that would have played into
that she doesn't want to be honest about it? You're saying?
Like that would have played into like the government's heartstrings, what she was probably thinking.
I don't understand your question.
But the girl's boyfriend was Chinese too. Was Asian. Sorry.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was
He
the
was
one
Asian.
guy, Mo.
Daniel won.
He just got the 3 black dudes to help out.
Yeah.
Well, 2 black dudes and 1 Sri Lankan.
Who was black too? No?
Nah, Sri Lankans are Indians, basically. They're Asians.
But they're also black.
Not black in the sense that you're thinking of.
Okay, okay. They're not African American.
Yeah, or they're not from Africa. They're really dark-skinned Indians, basically. Is what if you're gonna, not to sound racist or whatever, but that's what Sri Lankans look like. Like they're really dark-skinned, like Indians or Pakistanis.
Okay.
But they have their own language and their own culture and everything. But that's what they look like. And smell like. No, I'm just kidding. Let's keep going. Oh, and then we're gonna read chats here in a little bit too, Mo. So Mo, have the Rumble rants ready. Once he starts confronting her, we'll read the chats. Let's keep going, guys. Like the video, goddammit. Let's get to 1,000 likes on YouTube, goddammit.
I don't think he did.
Okay. Why would he ask that?
Because he believes that we still talk and that he would go to anyone to be with me.
Okay. And what do you think about that?
I know that he's moved on, so I don't think he would go to these lengths to be with me when he's already moved on.
The detective has Jennifer go through the entire incident once more, but unlike the first investigator, offers no reassurance nor consolation. Jennifer starts fake crying again, yet this time is given no tissues to wipe away her non-existent tears.
Now, do you think there's any reason why they tied you up and didn't tie your parents up?
I don't know.
Does that seem odd to you? Why does it seem odd?
Because I was away from us, we were separated from them the whole time.
And does it make sense that they would leave a witness behind? If they were going to kill somebody? Does that make sense?
You ain't on it, bitch.
Just thinking about it. Would it make sense for somebody that was going to kill somebody to leave a witness behind that could describe them? Does that make common sense for killers?
It's not.
What do you think? Do you think that was a mistake they made then?
I don't know. They kept saying that they're running out of time. And it
doesn't take a long time to kill someone, though, does it?
I know. I don't know.
Jennifer's dramatics intensify as the discussion of the home invasion continues. She's trying to give off the nonverbal cue that she wants to move past the incident. The detective doesn't respond, but continues to go over the different stages of the night in more detail. He jumps from the beginning to the end, to the middle, back to the end, and then back to the beginning again. None of this is for the purpose of information gathering. He is inducing mental fatigue as to diminish Jennifer's critical thinking. This is often done before a direct confrontation, as it can diminish the suspect's ability to consider the long-term consequences of a decision. Jennifer will get stressed and tired, not because she is traumatized by the event being recited, but because it's exhausting keeping up such an act when it's not genuine, and this performance eventually starts to dwindle and becomes gradually less convincing.
How did the conversation end with Dad?
I heard my mother calling for my father.
Okay. And then what?
I have to go through this again.
Okay. When you went to bed, was your mom home yet?
She'd just gotten home, and I went down. I told her I'd be right back, and I went down. I said hi to her, and I went back up to my room.
Okay. Were you injured at all during the whole process?
Not really.
Okay. Not really anything?
Step 2 of the confrontation setup will now commence. The detective employs what is known as the futility technique. He will tell Jennifer that he has an abundance of resources at his disposal, and even fabricate much of what he asserts. He's indirectly telling the suspect it is useless to resist due to the overwhelming evidence against her.
Now, the reason why I'm here today, okay, is that I'm an expert, okay, in what we call truth verification.
Oh.
I talk to thousands of people, okay?
All right, let's pause it right here when he starts. Now he's about to start confronting her. So let's read some of these chats and Rumble rants. You guys are hilarious. Let's see here. We got Fresh Fit Money Clips, $10. What's good, chat? Thanks for all your support across all platforms. FNF, we up. Appreciate that, my friend. That's from Rod Eric. We got Hunter goes, good evening from Vermont. Myron, have you heard of Brianna Maitland? It's a famous case here in Vermont. If not, have you done any cases on FedRax from Vermont? Also, have you thought of starting a separate podcast and bringing on detectives for this? I have thought about bringing on other law enforcement people. That's something that I will do in the future, so don't worry. But I have never heard of, can you write that down, Angie? Brianna Maitland. M-A-I. You haven't heard that one? Okay. Mm-hmm. Can you Google it real quick? Apparently a case out of Vermont. Hunter, 47 goes, this is crazy. Went to the same high school as her. Everyone talked about this case when I was there. Oh, wow. Cool. Shout out to you, bro. Anything else? Okay. DJ Build goes, FNF never effing leaving. Question, what's your thoughts on Deion Sanders' leadership, and can you do a podcast on get more confident speaking at a high level and not doubt it? Born in Mexico, build in the USA. Yeah, I could do that. I could do a public speaking podcast for y'all. It's going to take time though, guys. It took me years for me to acquire my public speaking skills, and a lot of it came from being in the government, presenting cases to like boards of people to get funding. I've explained it before here on FedRax, how I used to go, and when I did my OSTF cases, organized crime drug enforcement task forces, you have to present your case in front of a board of different people from the FBI, DEA, etc., to request funding, and that's what I would. That's when I practiced a lot of my public speaking. Who's up next?
Oh yeah, and I like what Deion Sanders is doing. Myron's not well aware of.
I know who he is, but yeah, I mean, I don't watch sports no more.
Yeah. But just know it's a long process. What's going on in Colorado? Just know that. So So just trust the process. Don't expect anything right away. But I like.
What, did he take on a team or something?
Yeah, he's in a D1 college. He came from because he was previously putting on the map a HBCU, Jackson State.
In Colorado?
Yeah. No. First, he took a couple years coaching a HBCU, put it on the map. They was doing really well, extremely well. And now he ended up getting a job at Colorado University.
Okay, so now he's a football coach.
Yes.
Okay.
He's been putting that. Now he's putting that on the map. So
Gotcha.
there's a lot of big headlines going on. That's why.
Okay. All right. Dom, of course, fresh. How could I be so rude? Also, the clean-shaven Exodia. Fire episode as always. Okay, Dom. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Love Watch Fed Reacts. Y'all ever thought about doing the Central Park 5? I think that would be a good one for y'all to research and do.
That's
Angie has that on the list.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Tori.
Free Tori.
Ellie goes, shout out to South Park, Miami with Myron, Angie, and Stan and Wendy. Okay, I don't know who those people are, but Wendy, Chris, Bills, and Fresh as Cartman, Kenny, Butters, and Kyle. All right.
Wait, hold on. You don't know about South Park?
Yeah. South Park, Miami. I get it.
I was like, yo, you would love. I was gonna say.
Yeah. No, I watched South Park back in the day.
They're saying that we're Stan and Wendy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I get it.
You really respect about that.
Yeah, that's Cartman.
That's what he said as me, Cartman.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because you're a fat.
Oh God.
60-minute conspiracy time. Fresh balls is Big Bo.
No.
Nah, that's definitely not him, bro.
That's not me. Believe me.
Fresh balls. We still to this day don't know who he is.
That is my favorite account though. Get him fresh, yes sir.
Easy, W racism. All right. Shout out to you.
Angie probably used sent that.
What?
W racism.
Yeah.
Did she say Corn Pop? I heard he was a bad dude. I don't know who Corn Pop is.
What?
Johnny Silverhand.
Who's that?
What else? Fresh Dog used to work with Cubans. They told me one time how they used to clap pony chicks as kids. Okay, Freshest Dog. Thanks, bro. I think he means Cuban dogs.
No. Like horses, maybe.
Oh, all right. Weird. All right. Racist outfit creator. Come on, Myron. Stop the cap. That's why you love Angie. All right, Black Vet. This guy was his son. Goku says she was describing anus and reach around the ass. Okay.
Ow!
That's from before. I believe her. 3 Diglets. Yeah, sure, bro. Sure, 3 Diglets.
Stop the cap.
World's coolest nerd goes, average looks, average grades, average hit. If only this bitch took the same energy from organizing a hit into improving her grades. SMH. And Big Mo, any last chat? I was referring to WWE releases.
I haven't been catching on to the WWE releases, so I was kind of been resting the past couple days.
Okay.
But,
yeah, we've been grinding, guys.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check it.
Dragon Ball Z stream coming soon, though.
Ooh, WW.
Mo, Easy goes, Myron, can you ask this girl on girl panel, what dictates a misogynist man versus a man with opinions that don't align with yours? It seems like any disagreement with a woman makes you a misogynist. Yes, bro. Well, you must be new here. Pretty much.
They're not going to understand that question anymore.
Yeah. If you don't think like a female, it's considered wrong. Hi, Myron. How do you deal with super simp Bluepill brothers? They're 10 years older than me, so they don't validate my points, and it hurts to see them go down this road. Bro, you ain't going to change it until they like are ready for it, bro. Most people are Bluepill. It is what it is. Even family members a lot of times. It sucks.
You got to burn to learn.
Got to burn and learn. Bunny Best Bets goes, Moses West, ex-military, made a machine that grabs water from moisture in the air and filters it to make drinkable water. Could you make a segment on this? Don't think he'll be alive for too long, in my opinion. Okay. Johnny Silver, and things aren't adding up. Typical, they should because she Asian, but again, women plus math, they don't add up either. Okay. Well, she is Asian, so she's good at math. Fresh Dog, she crying the same when 304s get caught cheating. Okay. Yeah, I know what this is. Sons of Belushi my way because I've never been softer watching a Chinese bitch. God damn, nigga. She's Vietnamese.
Why can't you say his
because it's a term that YouTube doesn't like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lepra, etc. They should force her to parallel park as punishment. That was a joke earlier that had us laughing. Yeah, the word is banned on YouTube. It's kind of lame. Man, these 304s be lying. Third time seeing this and still can't believe the stupidity. I know, bro. Wild. Nuts tell all. Nut tell all.
Nutella in my booty. Ow.
Oh.
Nutella in my booty.
Okay. Fresh Dog, she said, I can't answer them questions, detective, but give me an algebra test and I got you. Okay. She hit that Amber Heard real quick. Facts. Nutella in my booty.
Ow.
Pause. Fresh Dog, life is Roblox.
I think he said that when she was doing the little twirl.
Oh, okay. Let's keep going here. So now he's about to confront her. So let's see what happens here when she gets some pressure, guys.
Got it.
somebody's not being straightforward with me. Okay, I can tell by the language they use, how they answer the questions, their body language, how they treat the question, that something's wrong here. Okay, this doesn't make sense.
The detective then gives Jennifer an 8-minute narrative on police tactics and forensic technology, some of which is embellished, but for the most part true. He then asserts that police are able to use infrared satellite imagery to see the occupants inside a household. This is entirely false.
And basically, if people are moving around in a house, it's like an x-ray, okay? And basically we're able to tell, you know, are those movements, are those actions, that number of people consistent with the story that we've been told? Are the people in the positions that the witnesses are telling us they were in? Or are they different? Okay, and if they're different, why are they different is what our question becomes, right? And so at the end of the day, okay, there's so many resources available to me that at the end of the day, I'm going to know if a person's telling me the truth or not.
The detective is now about to initiate the confrontation, but first brings the entire setup full circle by reestablishing the notions of reasoning and rationale. The suspect is fatigued and scared, but still needs to feel the detective is on her side.
Now, I can tell you that nothing surprises me in this job, okay? I am well aware that anybody on this earth is capable of making a mistake, okay? I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're a priest. I don't care if they're a school teacher. I don't care what the situation is.
Look at her body language. She
Given
knows she fucked.
a certain set of circumstances, everyone has the capability, Jennifer, of making a mistake, doing the wrong thing, okay? The key, though, when I talk to people is when they made a mistake, okay, that's one thing, right? The key is to not keep making the same mistake and to get that information out and get it off your chest, okay? You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, from this case, and I can tell you I've spent literally a week on this case going over information after information, accessing all the sources, speaking to every other expert on the case. And at this point, Jennifer, I know that you've not been truthful with the police.
Here we go.
You've not told us everything that you know, purposely. You've spent a considerable amount of time in the last 7 years telling half-truths. And I can understand why, okay? You've had a tough life. What's happened to me, equates to abuse. And all the stresses that you've had and forced to lie, I can understand why you did it, okay? But you're in another situation here where you're under another tremendous amount of stress. And it doesn't feel good inside, does it? It breaks down the person that you are. Because at the end of the day, you're a good person, I know that. You've got a good heart. In this case, though, you've made mistakes, okay? And you're involved in this. I know that, okay? There's no question about it. The only question right now is, are you going to keep making mistakes? Are you going to go on the route that you've gone on over the years and try to pretend that things happened that never happened? Okay, are you going to not face reality here? We know that you're involved. We've done our homework, okay? We have to resolve that now here today. I need to know from you what really happened. And I know why this has happened. You have spent your whole life trying to live up to expectations that you can't make, okay? And that stress the hell out of you. You're a 24-year-old woman being treated like a 15-year-old, okay? You've never done anything that terrible in your life, but you're being treated like you have. You're not being treated like the adult that you are. Yes, you made some mistakes, big deal. You're not the first person that has gone out and not told their parents that they're dating a guy, because in your culture, they don't accept it. I understand that. I've talked to people in here that have kept that secret for their whole life from their parents. Okay, so that's not abnormal, but that puts a lot of stress on you, right? That's not easy for you, is it? No. Now, what we need to get down to here today, Jen, is what really happened.
Pause. So what he's doing right now, guys, I've done this before too, where you basically listen to them lie over several occasions. You guys know they probably have hours of her lying at this point. This is the third interview at this point. And best believe he's listened to all her interviews. They interviewed the dad. He's intimately involved in the investigation for him to be interviewing her from a suspect perspective at the end. So what he's doing right now is letting her know, basically, politely, we know you're full of shit. We know you're probably involved. Your story doesn't jive up. We have these tactics where we can, identify liars like you, and we have evidence that shows otherwise, blah, blah, blah. And he's setting this all up to see how she's going to respond and what she says. He's trying to draw out a confession from her or make her feel overwhelmed. And, you know, this is typically what you do when you deal with someone that's been like lying constantly over time and you've kind of just been like letting them, you know, giving them the rope to hang themselves. And this is pretty much right now is him saying there's no more rope. You've pretty much hung yourself. What are you going to do from this point? So let's see how she responds here.
What went on? Because you know who was in that house that night. You do, Jen. There's no question about that, okay?
While remaining empathetic and understanding, the detective still needs to keep Jennifer's confidence low. He watches for denials and stops them immediately. Letting the suspect deny her guilt will only increase confidence and morale. This needs to be stripped away as much as possible, as early as possible.
There's no question about it, okay?
The focus is kept from the magnitude of the crime and concentrated on the justifications of why someone would commit it.
Yes, their intentions might have been good, but they're not realistic. They're not, Dan, were they? Jen? Their expectations weren't realistic, were they? You couldn't live up to them, could you? You tried to. Right? Am I right? And finally you had to bite back, right? You had no other choice. You felt like you had no other options. This is Canada. We're in the 21st century here. You cannot take everything out of a person. You can have expectations for your kids, but you can't expect them to do everything the way you want. It doesn't feel good to have secrets, does it? No. You have to let me know what happened here, okay?
I definitely had Asian friends before.
Okay, but you were involved, right? That's the part we need. Okay? We need to hear that from you because we know you were.
The detective appears to be getting nowhere, so he now lowers the gauge of admission. A confession to a lesser offense is far easier to attain, but once it is attained, can be used to build on the more damnatory elements of the case.
Bam.
You'll also notice that he uses broad terms that infer guilt, yet don't directly accuse Jennifer of murder.
You knew before that night that this was going to happen. I'm going to make that easy on you. That's a true statement, right? You knew before that night that they were coming, right? Jen? It's not worth it anymore. It's hurting you.
Ooh, what
She seems to be on the cusp of giving some form of admission, yet wants reassurance as to what it means for her own sake. She asks this question 9 times throughout this interrogation. It's one of the few things investigators can't actually lie about, as it's been used countless times in the past to get a case thrown out under misdirection. They can avoid the question, yet they can't afford any false promises with respect to sentencing.
I need to know the details. I can't even say. But I can tell you one thing is that we already know, so you can't change that. I know you did. But it got too far ahead of you, right? You didn't think this far ahead, did you?
Definitely didn't, stupid.
But once they started, once they came in, you couldn't stop it, could you? Could you? Jen? I know. Why didn't they stop for you? I don't know who they were. But you were part of the planning, right? You have to tell me that part, and then we're going to work through it together.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to, you wanted to stop it. You have to prove that to me now. Because at the end of the day, we have to stop this from happening to someone else. Right? Jen?
What happens?
We're going to have to deal with it one
That's all she cares about, man. She don't even care about her
I'm gonna be honest with
nothing.
you. I need to know what you did.
This is a
And then
critical
we're gonna
moment,
work through
guys.
this together. Because
Critical
the most
moment.
important part of this whole thing is that we do the right thing for your mom. Right? I am her voice right now. I'm working for your mom. That's my job. And I have to get to the bottom of this for your mom.
Appealing to compassion isn't necessarily uncommon when the crime is first-degree murder, yet it can send a mixed message when a justification for the crime was a focus point early on. The detective takes his chance with it, which at first appears to work. Jennifer initially responds in a poignant manner, but you'll soon come to notice that her empathy, alongside her concern, is solely focused on herself.
But we got to start.
What happened to me? It's not empathy, brother. Solipsistic.
Yep,
Sorry.
absolutely.
Well, I don't know at this point. Okay, because I don't know what you're going to tell me other than that you were involved, but I need to hear it. What this all was a last-ditch effort to live your own life, to be your own person, to make your own decisions. Look at all your friends. Look at all the people around you. Does anyone else have a curfew for 9 o'clock at 24 years of age? You had no choice here, and I know that. And anybody else in your situation would have done the exact same thing. The only thing different is I would say that they'd have done it a lot earlier. They would have looked for a way out. When did you first start planning this? When was the final straw? What was the final straw? So that's what this is all about. Do you want to be a good person here?
Jennifer knows exactly what questions to answer and what ones to ignore. Anytime a question is non-incriminating, she gives a response. Yet when they are incriminating, she remains silent. She is no doubt feeling the pressure, but still very aware of the situation and the potential ramifications of her words.
Okay. And you know when a good person makes a mistake, they have to face that mistake, right? Right? What do you think should happen? I don't know. You're going to prove to people that you know what the right thing to do is. That's what is going to happen. That's what your mom wants right now. She's watching us here. She's wondering, is Jen going to make the right decision here? Is Jen, after all of this, going to come out on top doing the right thing? I'm here for you, Jen. I'm here for your mom.
What happens to me? Fuck my mom.
Well, you have to tell, it's one of those situations, you know what? We know that what you did, okay? But you have to be able to explain to me what happened, okay? I can't.
What happens to me?
Yeah.
Three Diggler said, what happens to me, bro?
Yeah.
Your mom is dead, bro.
This happened at nine. I think she asked 9 times, man. So.
Yo, this girl is crazy big time. She lied to her boyfriend. He broke up with her. And he started dating another girl. and she told him that some guys broke into her house and gang raped her.
What?
Yeah.
Guys, we only got 800 likes, by the way. I need y'all to stop being dorks and like the video, okay? Just hit the like button. That's all we ask. Get the engagement up, man. We're doing this for free for y'all. The video's not monetized. We pretty much, you know, besides your guys' donations, which we greatly appreciate. But guys, we're doing this for the love of the show, man. So you don't have to donate $1 to the show. We're not even monetized. We're doing this basically for free. The only thing I ask, man, is that you guys like the video, support the channel, and support the work, man. Because like I said before, YouTube is lame and demonetized all of our channels. Even Fed Reacts, which has nothing to do with the stuff that's controversial. But yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, what were you saying, Angie?
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy that she would lie like that.
She
Dude
said,
set up a hit for her and everything. And
after she but this was before. After she found
when
out
her parents were still alive?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because her parents found out that she was lying about her job and stuff because
Yeah.
she was working in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because she didn't go to school or anything.
Uh-huh.
And they made her finish high school because she failed high school like a bum.
Yep.
And they forbid her to
Be with the boyfriend.
to with the boyfriend.
W.
So he got tired of that. And he started dating another girl.
Okay.
And when
yeah.
she
He
found
couldn't
out,
get laid every time. He got tired of sneaking in through the window. He's like, man, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get another chick that's parents aren't
The
crazy.
guy was a drug dealer and he was a pizza guy. He was making pizzas. So he
Damn.
he was dating another girl. When she found out about this new girl, she told him that a man broke into her house wearing a police badge, and then several men entered and
Gang raped her?
yeah.
Bruh.
And then she claimed after this that a bullet was mailed to her.
Wow.
And, yeah. And that both of these events were made by the boyfriend's girlfriend. Can you believe that?
Bro, this girl's insane, dude. She's insane.
What?
Literally killed her parents for this dude, lied and said that she got gang raped. Bro, this chick is weird, bro. This nigga Wong must have had some game or something, bro. Wong must have had the wang. I don't know. So,
what?
That was his name. Wong, so Jason Wong or some shit. So.
Daniel.
Daniel Wong. So,
Angie's more upset that he's a pizza maker than a drug dealer.
Yo, man.
No, I just can't believe this chick is so crazy.
You're like, yeah, he's a drug dealer, but he's a pizza maker.
Yeah,
Pizza maker and drug dealer.
All right, let's
Daniel
keep going.
Chi Kong Wong.
Bless you.
That's his name. Yeah.
Salud.
Tell you what's exactly going to happen to you. You just have to be brave here. You have to be brave.
3 hours, 20 minutes. and 26 seconds, the exact amount of time it took for Jennifer to display genuine emotion. The investigator would later testify this was the first moment the suspect was being authentic. He allows her to fixate on whatever thought brought this on, and remains completely silent for just under 2 minutes.
Sorry, could you? They were supposed to take you? What? So you were supposed to take the whole family out?
No, just me.
What went wrong?
The detective now has one foot in the door. It's not an outright confession, but Jennifer has now admitted to planning the home invasion all along. And although she asserts that she was the intended target while her parents were meant to be spared, the information she has now given is enough to place her under arrest. Jennifer is no longer going home after this interview. The detective now presses for more information on the amended storyline. It's essentially step 1 of day 1 all over again, but from a more powerful position. He knows she is still lying, and now locks her into as many lies as possible within the new narrative.
What happened? Why did it change? Okay, what do you know? How come it was supposed to be you?
W races in chat, bro.
Yeah, chat. Yeah, the Rumble chat going crazy.
Both, yo, and you too.
Yeah, man.
Two Wongs don't make.
Two Wongs don't make a white.
Oh.
Okay, you made mistakes, but nothing that couldn't be corrected. So who did you get to do this then?
I don't know who he is. I stole his number.
Okay, and what's his number?
I don't memorize it.
She skirts around the questions surrounding her accomplices and gives multiple fake names. She stated that she got the number of the supposed hitman from an acquaintance named Rick, and that she took everything from there over the phone. It becomes apparent she doesn't want to give up, or even mention her boyfriend, so for the time being the detective allows her to recount her amended narrative in the manner she pleases.
So what did you ask him to do then?
Come take me out in the meet.
Okay. Why did they do it when you were, when your parents were there then?
Never alone. In the nighttime.
Okay. So that meeting you had with Rick, you told him what you wanted?
No, I just said that I wanted, if he knew anybody who could take care of something that I needed.
And he said what?
Here's the number.
Did he have the number with him that day?
Yes.
Okay. What did he say he would do?
He just like, let me take care of it. Let me do me.
So he does come into the house, and you're the obvious only young girl there, right? Okay. When he came to your
So
room,
now we're going to go through the scheme.
Yeah.
What discussions did you have with the guy that came to your room? The real discussions you had, not what you told us.
Where was the money? And I showed him where the money was.
Okay. But he obviously
His
said
parents
I'm here
had
to do what you asked.
$200,000 in savings.
Oh, her parents had 200K?
Yeah.
Damn. What'd they do for work?
They, I don't really know, found out, but they were political refugees. That's why they went to Canada.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Political refugees, bro.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
What did he say?
Just like hands behind your back.
Did he discuss ways with you how he would do it?
No.
Did you request any way for him to do it?
To make sure no one else was around.
Okay. Why didn't they do it the way you wanted?
I don't know. I asked them to take me with my mom when they took them away.
It doesn't seem to make sense.
I know, it doesn't make sense to me. Because I was supposed to be.
Okay. Can you sit up for a minute, Jen? Okay, look at me.
The detective wants an outright confession, and the second direct confrontation is about to commence. Only this time it will be a lot more aggressive, as he doesn't have to worry as much about the suspect locking up or requesting counsel. She is under arrest and going to jail after this interrogation no matter what.
Look at me. Okay. What I do believe is that you went to somebody. And I do believe that night you paid them the $2,000. But what's not true is it was never for you. Okay, Jen, no. Okay,
Yeah,
you
stop capping, Jen.
went to this person and you asked them to do a job. And the job was for your parents. You asked them to do this job on your parents, Jen. Okay, let's be truthful. Okay, nobody's going to come there and get the wrong people. You made a specific request. And the job was for...
They were manufacturers, auto parts manufacturers.
Auto part manufacturers.
Auto part, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they worked as tool and die maker.
Were they entrepreneurs? Like they owned it, or did they work for a company?
They work for a company called Magna International.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hardworking immigrants, man. That was probably their life savings.
And her plan, guys, was to kill her parents and inherit like $500,000. Apparently, they had more money. I'm just reading right now.
Okay.
$500,000.
But they had 200 in the bank.
Yeah.
At the
in
time of their
savings.
death,
In
maybe
savings.
life savings or something like. Life insurance, right?
Yeah.
Life
Yeah.
insurance.
So she was planning on inherit that money and run away with her boyfriend and like buy a house and run away together.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get caught. What an idiot, bro.
Yeah, that was the main plan.
Stupid. All right, let's keep going.
Talking
The
about women.
delusion-
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even commit murders properly.
You stupid.
Yeah, the
Man.
delusion is real, man.
Yeah, stupid. All right.
For your mom and dad. Okay? Nobody's going to come in there and do the wrong job. Okay? Nobody's going to do that. They came, you paid, and they did what they were supposed to do. And the plan was for your parents. Okay? Jen, you have to be honest with it. This is the only thing that's in contention here. Okay? You made the mistake, okay? Everybody understands. Everybody in this police department feels sorry for you. I can tell you that right now. Okay? Because they've seen what you're going through.
Cap,
It's so
they don't
obvious.
give a fuck.
Okay? That all this tension they put out, basically this is like a volcano. All right? And at one point it was just too much and you erupted, okay? And you made a bad decision. Okay? And once you hired this guy, there was no turning back. Now in the original story you said that you hid your cell phone. Okay? If it was for you, you wouldn't have hid your cell phone. That would have never happened. So it's in conflict.
It's not hidden. It's just I put it there naturally.
Okay.
It's what I naturally do.
Okay, but you said on tape that you hid it there and that they didn't know about it. That's your language, not mine, Jen. All they wanted was so much success out of you, they were not even looking at you as a person. They were looking for a success story. Instead of just saying, whatever Jen wants is what's good for us. Whatever she's happy with. As long as she's happy in her life, I'm happy with it. If she wants to work at Eastside Mario's for the rest of her life, that's fine. If she wants to be a piano teacher, that's great. If she wants to continue figure skating, that's wonderful. Why would somebody shoot someone they didn't have to shoot?
I don't know. I can't figure that out.
And actually not shoot the person they're supposed to shoot?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, why didn't you tell us this that night then?
Because I was scared.
Scared of what? Telling the truth?
So you're a liar.
The good thing about this is your dad did live.
Oh.
That went against the plan. If you could make this decision over, you would change it. Okay? You would change it. Right?
Of course. If I knew he was going to get hurt, of course I would.
Jen, you knew who was going to get hurt. That's the whole issue here. Okay? That's the whole issue here. You gave them the plan for your parents, right? That's all I need to hear.
No.
Jen, tell me what happened.
I told you what happened.
Okay. All of it.
You did.
Okay. All you have to do is tell me right now that, Bill, yes, I made a mistake.
Bill, yes, I made a mistake.
This plan was for my parents.
The detective gets no further admission from this point forward, so he leaves Jennifer alone for 3 minutes to play with her hair before he comes back and charges her with first-degree murder.
Oh shit, here we go.
Okay. I need you to listen close to me, okay, Jen? At this point in the investigation, okay, I'm going to be arresting you for murder. Okay? Also attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Do you understand that?
Bam.
Just have to tell me if you understand those charges.
Gotcha, bitch!
Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is, do you have your own lawyer?
No.
No? Okay. Do you have a lawyer you would like to speak to that you know of?
No.
Okay. Would you like to speak to duty counsel?
I just only thought someone who can help me understand.
Okay, so who would that be?
I don't know.
So do you have a
I'm sure her parents know some good lawyer. Oh wait, never mind. My bad.
lawyer?
Oh shit.
That was easy.
He said, I'm sure her parents know some good lawyer. Oh wait, never mind.
That's so mean. Well, his dad is alive though. Her dad is alive. This technique that this investigator is applying is called the raid technique, and apparently in Canada, police is allowed to lie in interrogations.
Yeah, they are allowed.
They're allowed to lie.
Yeah, they're
So-
allowed. They don't have to tell you everything. They can sensationalize and. Me personally, I didn't really lie to them like that. I would tell them, "Hey, you're facing this amount of time, blah blah blah," because I think.
But yeah, they're trying to get a confession out of them.
Yeah, but you can have. I know plenty of guys that would lie to lie to girls too, but lie to suspects. Yeah, you can lie.
So,
You absolutely can.
well, apparently this technique creates like an environment where they can feel comfortable, but then make them put them under like a high amount of pressure, so they can like get the confession. So it's way easier for them because they are allowed to lie.
Yeah,
you know?
but about like it depends. Like you can't be like, "Oh yeah, no, you're not gonna get any time" or anything like that. Like no, you can't
Yeah.
make promises. If you do that, that'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
That'll be big. Like if you try to make a promise, then that'll fuck you up.
No, but apparently this guy, what he did was that he told her that he had like a
The infrared bullshit was that's cap. Yeah. Like,
like a satellite.
that's why I always stayed away from like lying about shit like that, because it's like, bro, come on, man. Like, but she's a dumb 20-year-old, so he was like, oh, I could lie to her, but like, that's why typically I would stay away from lying about dumb shit like that. So.
Is that something in America too? Like can like American
Yeah,
investigators-
Canadian and law enforcement, Canadian and American, yeah.
Like they can like American government
Make up
like,
shit. They could say,
yeah.
"Oh, we got this on you," etc. They could say, "Yo, your friend is snitching." They could do all that. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they can.
And here we go.
You said that you were on my side.
It's almost
No.
I am on your side, Jen. What would you like to do?
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
I don't have any idea what to do.
Do you want me to call duty counsel for you?
Okay.
Okay. Or is there any other lawyer that you would like? Okay. So at this point, you wish to speak to duty counsel then?
Sure.
Okay. So what I'm going to have to get you to do is actually empty all your pockets on the table here. I'm going to make sure that they're making a call to duty counsel, and we'll line that up, and you can speak to the duty counsel in private, okay? We've made a
think
call
those
to
are
duty
probably the real
counsel. We're just
Right.
waiting for them to call back, okay? Need a drink of water or anything? What's that? I do have to go and speak to these officers, but I'll come back and speak to you, okay? But we got to take care of the lawyers, okay? That's the priority right now, okay?
The next time Jennifer would see this detective would be when he testified at her trial. It began on the 14th of March, 2014, and Jennifer pled not guilty to all charges. Her interrogation tape was one of the more damning pieces of evidence put forward by the prosecution. Yet the most damning were the 116 text messages between her and her boyfriend in the 6 hours leading up to the murder. They thought using burner phones to communicate would cover their tracks, yet forensics were able to uncover the entire discussion just 1 month after the incident. They spoke in detail about how the crime would be carried out, and it was enough to convict them both, as well as each of the intruders who were linked to the crime via DNA evidence and witness testimony. They were all found guilty of first-degree murder and given a life sentence without the possibility of parole for 25 years. Jennifer Pan is now 34 years of age. She is currently serving her sentence at the Grand Valley Institution for Women in Kitchener, Ontario. She will be first eligible for parole in November of 2035.
Okay, so that was 3 years ago.
L female, man. L daughter, L female. Let's hit the chats and close this thing out, man. Yo, that case is crazy. You hired 3 dudes pretty much to come in and kill your parents, man, just because they don't want you to be with a loser pizza delivery man that fucking sells drugs named Wong. Like, come on, man. I guess you didn't know Wong and Wright. Boom. All right.
that was a W joke, bro.
Yeah, what else we got here? What do we got here? All right, we got Hugo Maximus. Myron's right about that curry funk. I once had to drive a Corolla to pick up 3 Indian men on a 92-degree day for a rental reservation. AC only recirculated the funk, so my only option was to speed with the windows open. This is like a bro. Hunter goes, good evening from Vermont. Myron, have you heard of no, we read that one from before. I think he had another one, though. WFNF, Myron, what was your favorite case/series to cover and why? Love your content, brother. I enjoyed the Mafia stuff. The 9/11 stuff was also interesting as well. And I liked the Zodiac Killer was really interesting to dig into as well. What else do we got here? Kuma goes, normally I'm a fan, but you said the most retarded shit last night when you were bashing America despite the fact this nation helped. I can't read the rest, Mo.
It's right there. This nation help you get rich.
Where we at here?
Down. No, there.
Oh yes.
That one.
Okay, I'll read it from the beginning. Okay.
No.
Normally a fan, but you said the most retarded shit last night when you were bashing America despite the fact this nation helped you get rich. Move to a communist China if it sucks here. Don't act like Miami doesn't have problems as well. I live there. When did I bash the country? The fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, yo, like no one, like,
You bashed the U.S.?
I didn't. I probably said that because I've said it before. I've said that America has its problems. All the first world countries have their problems, but the United States is the best house in a shitty neighborhood. So obviously, I'll be critical of some of the things that we've done in the United States, but I've said a million times that this is the best country in the world. Gave my family an opportunity. I worked for the country. I put my life on the line for this fucking country. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Uma, but fuck you. And fuck your chat as well, you motherfucker. I've never said anything like where I hate the United States or any of that other bullshit, man. What the fuck are you talking about? I've served this country proudly for most of my adult life, for over half my life. For this, a good portion of my life. 10 years I worked for the government. So fuck you, dude. Done more for this country than you have, asshole. I could be critical of the country, but at the end of the day, I've said it a million times. The United States is by far the best house in a shitty neighborhood because, yeah, a lot of other places suck, but we're better than the UK, we're better than Canada, we're better than a lot of these places. So fuck you, man. What do we got here?
We got Hunter.
Evening from Vermont. Myron, what was your most memorable experience last case to work on when you were fed and why? Also, shout out to Mo. You're a big inspiration for many people of your size. Keep it up, brother. Proud of you. Looking forward to seeing you shredded. So my favorite case that I covered, guys, I had a couple. I had a really big drug case that I covered when I was on the job, which I promise I'll give you all that one here on FedReacts one day. That was like my first organized crime drug enforcement task force case. There was some racketeering and stuff like that in it as well. And then I enjoyed a case that I did when I was in Miami, which is that one I did with Canada I told you guys about with the Sri Lankan human smuggling. That case actually got me the Director's Award for Department of Homeland Security. So that was good. That was a really good time.
We got
fun.
Tracy B.
But yeah, if that guy can tell me when specifically I said anything bashing the United States, I don't know what he's talking about. So go ahead and follow up, dude, if you got something to say. But me being critical of the United States and bashing the United States are two different things. I've said a million times that this is the best country in the world. So, like, bro, anyway, whatever. Where we at here?
Tracy B.
BTK is under investigation for a missing person in Northeast Oklahoma. He apparently left notes in his journal about her and a laundromat. Also love watching all your videos. Thanks for the great content. Yes, I did hear about BTK being under investigation for someone else that he murdered. If it ends up being anything interesting, we'll cover that for y'all. As you guys know, we already did BTK, aka Dennis Rader. Stands for buy and torture and kill. Went crazy in the 1970s, killing women out in the Wichita, Kansas area. Yeah. They ended up catching him later on in like 2004, 2005 with DNA through his daughter, which is fucking
we
crazy.
Talked about it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Dude was busting nuts on crime scenes. Yeah. So they had his DNA, and then they were able to link him through his daughter after she went to the doctor. I think she went to like go get an STD check or something like that at the clinic at her university at the University of Kansas, and they matched up his DNA, her DNA to his from that crime scene back in the 70s, and bam, they fucking got him, bro.
Gotcha, bitch.
Crazy.
Him and the Golden State Killer, two killers that got caught like 30 years later via DNA.
That's insane.
Wild. Yeah.
Bro,
I do believe that we're gonna get more serial killers in the future.
Nah.
Because of the DNAs.
Oh, you mean catch more? Yeah.
Catch more, yeah.
Yeah, because they all went. This heyday for serial killers was like the 60s all the way up into the 90s. The 70s was the most by far.
Yeah, the
but
peak was in the 70s.
but it went crazy. But
heyday's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was their grand time, bro. I mean, if you think about it, dude, John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, the 44 killer, aka the son of Sam,
Gary Ridgway,
the Zodiac killer,
the Golden State Killer,
Man,
Ed Kemper,
Samuel Little, Ed Kemper, who else?
Jesus, you got
I got so far 8 already. There's more.
There's more. I had a whole encyclopedia.
No, but I'm thinking of the 1970s.
Yeah.
Only 1970s. The Torso Killer. That's 9. We haven't covered him yet, but I will cover him for y'all.
When was Jack the Ripper?
Oh, that was
No,
1800s.
that was
a long time ago.
That was.
Yeah. That's 9. Oh, BTK. He was going around in the 70s. That's 10 right there.
Yeah.
10, bro. The United States in the 1970s was crazy. All the top serial killers were killing people in the 1970s. Could you imagine? And the mafia was going wild too. Don't forget that La Cosa Nostra was at the height of their power at this point.
Yeah.
So the 1970s. Oh man.
Charles Manson too.
Oh yeah, Charles Manson was going crazy in the 70s.
Charles Manson.
Bro, what a dark era.
John Wayne Gacy.
And you had like the worst president in office. Inflation was at its highest. You had freaking Richard Nixon, and you had Jimmy Carter in office. Watergate scandal, bro. Holy.
Jim Jones. We're gonna cover Jim Jones, you guys. That was also in the 70s.
Yo, shout out to Antonio 13642. Yo, shout out to you, my friend.
I'm about to put it up. I'll put it up.
16-year-old Border Patrol agent, 10 years landlord, wife is OFO, and we sit here together and watch this like it's a family night after the kids go to bed. LOL, sending love. And he goes, yo, thank you so much, bro.
Yeah,
shout out to the Blue Line, man. His wife works for CB OFO, guys, is the Office of Field Operations, Customs, and Border Protection. And obviously, Border Patrol, shout out to y'all, man. I worked very, very closely with Border Patrol and OFO when I was on the job. I was in the human smuggling group, so anytime they caught anything, Border Patrol, they'd call us.
Shout out to you, Antonio.
Yeah, shout out to you, bro. I really appreciate that. Thank you for supporting us and supporting Rumble, the platform for free speech, my friend. And thank you for your service. Shout out to all the Border Patrol agents. It's a very difficult job, man. Very, very difficult job being out there in the brush, laying in, chasing after a bunch of migrants, because it'll be like a group of 30 of them when you arrest them. It's like, yo, and it's very dangerous out there because a lot of times you're out there by yourself sometimes, or you're out there with limited backup, and it's out there in the middle of nowhere, man. So they work a very dangerous job, very dangerous job. So shout out to all the BP agents out there, man. And they make good money too, man. It's a fantastic career to start with. Little dirty secret for y'all: Border Patrol agents can easily make more than special agents, easily.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah. So Customs and Border Protection, OFO as well, because you get night differential. With CBP OFO, you get overtime.
Mm-hmm.
You get the weekend pay, holiday pay, all that stuff. As a special agent, that you really don't get those things because you get LEAP, law enforcement availability pay, which is already built in 25% into your salary. As a BP agent or OFO, you get all those extra things when you work shifts, because you don't work shifts when you do when you're a special agent, whether it's FBI, DEA, whatever. So you can easily like rack in a dough working for these other agencies, OFO and Border Patrol, So
that's really good.
Yeah, the thing is that they're not investigators, so they have like their intel people and stuff like that, but they don't actually do like the criminal investigations. So, but you can actually make quite a bit of money doing the uniform side. Yeah. A lot. No one talks about that, but they can absolutely make more, bro.
Taepung.
It's more hours, but yeah.
Taepung from Streamlabs.
Taepung goes, if Jennifer Pan ever releases it with, which is 2035, dishwasher position will be available. All right, shout out to you, Taepung. You gonna hire her, bro? She might kill you too, or hire some Sri Lankans to kill you. Hunter Troy goes, Myron, not to get you in trouble here, but is the best way to commit murder using the sharp icicle since it melts? Would they still be able to collect DNA? And no, I'm not a serial killer, just generally curious.
What is it?
FBI, open up!
I guess because the sharp icicle he's saying if you stab someone with a sharp icicle, because it'll melt.
I don't know what that is.
A sharp icicle, like ice that's sharp?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess, but just make sure you don't have a phone on you like dumbass YNW Melly. You know what I mean? That's how they're catching so many people, man. That geolocation data be pulling people at the crime scenes. But don't kill anybody, bro, please.
Yeah, don't kill people.
He might.
People
Don't do it.
stop killing people.
He's in Vermont, so who knows?
Oh, yeah, he's
he probably looking in the woods right now at a camp.
FBI, open up!
Watching some unsuspecting people. Okay, I'm watching Fed Reacts. Okay, I got this icicle. Can I do this? Oh, okay, nice. I can do it. Damn it, I got the phone. Fuck.
Man.
He finna be now. Now I know this dude.
Yeah.
We know. Terribly.
All right, are we ready? What else do we got here?
We have, and big up again, Antonio.
NSA goes, Jennifer Pan? Nah, Jennifer Rand from Accountability. Myron blessed me with that beautiful Rumble mod badge. Shout out to you, NSA. Yeah, we'll give you a mod badge. Puffy Wuffy goes, We'll be getting a Mexican cartel breakdown soon. Also, W Federax, y'all blessing us with the content. Yes, I will. Mexican cartels and the Colombia cartels. That's going to be a series, guys. So as you guys know, with the mafia, we did a whole series. So that's going to take time because I'm going to have to do it all the way. I'm going to do Chapo, then I'm going to do, the Zetas, and then Sinaloa. Like, yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be a
We're
whole
trying
thing.
to get off some cases off the list because
Because once I go into like a series like that, whether it's 9/11 or Italian Mafia, y'all are going to hear it for a month.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we got here?
You
Do you see Tory's mugshot? Free Tory. Yeah, man. Sucks with Tory Lanez. What's going on with him? Does Angie ever get harassed at her job?
Well, in my old job, the girls didn't like me because sometimes I will wear the Fresh and Fit shirt.
Yeah.
Misogyny.
She was a hostess at 2 spots.
No, I was a hostess at a nightclub, but then I left, and then I was working as a hookah girl at a bar. Well, it was a restaurant, sports bar, Spoil Blonde. You guys know it.
I went there.
The girls didn't like me. There was also a girl that dated Myron, and she hated him, of course.
Misogyny.
And she hated
That
me
was
too.
easy.
I don't know why. I just
Haters
asked
gonna
her to
hate.
come on the show, and she was
She
like,
got all pissed.
Myron Gaines, fuck him. You can tell him to fuck him. Fuck
Misogyny.
himself. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Haters.
oh, shit. All
then-
right.
and then now you're waitressing.
And now, I'm working as a server at American Social.
Yeah. There you go.
And there is a guy that
They're
recognized.
trying to say you're a bartender. The fucking haters.
I know. I don't know how hard to bartend.
Yeah.
No,
She's a waitress, guys. Server, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
It's pretty cool. I really like my job. It's pretty fun. There was a guy that actually recognized me once. He said he was a big fan of Myron. He was flipping. He was like, Angie Gaines. And I was like, oh my God. No, stop. Don't call me that.
well, now they know where you work, so they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
So leave her a tip, guys. Helps me out, so I don't gotta pay as much. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta support her. No, just fuck her.
That's what you sound like right now, bro. Let me move on.
I mean, hey man, she wants to work, so Angie's not lazy, so it is what it is. I told her she didn't have to, but she wants to, so it is what it is, man. Hunter goes, Myron, by the way, Dad has 280 acres of land with 4 wheeler trails and hunting. I
got it. Hunting shacks.
Oh, hunting shacks, etc. Very peaceful here. If you ever wanted to go hunting, you're more than welcome to have a deer camp as well. If shit goes south in the U.S., I can live off deer. Fair enough, my friend. Live off the land. What else do we got here? She like you, detective. You don't know me.
You detective, you don't know me.
Yo, got you.
Hiya.
Johnny Silverhand. She getting Korean barbecued in there. You mean Vietnamese barbecued? Louis Locke goes, first ever rant, sending support from the Bay Area, working every day to be that guy, to not female fuckery. W Fresh and Fit, W Mo, W Myron's girl. Shout out to you, Louis Locke. Appreciate that. Johnny Silverhand goes, the other suspect's name, Something Wong, holy fuck, bing, bang, bing, ow, white light to ma.
White light too much.
Yeah, you guys are fucking hilarious. I should have known that the Asian jokes were going to be coming in full-fledged with this episode.
They was going crazy tonight.
Yeah, man. FNF should start an OnlyFans and put the most uncensored videos on it, then put
more than meets the eye.
Oh, okay. And when they get banned, accuse OnlyFans of
more than meets the eye phobia.
Oh, to force them into allowing you all. Nah, man, we ain't never gonna be on OnlyFans. We've gotten 1 million offers, but nah, man. Holy shit! From Doge shit poster. Again, damn you, Mongolian! Stop breaking my shitty wall. Oh my god, bro. You just finished watch South Park, I guess. The sketch artist did her 30.
Yo, with the big ass forehead.
Okay. Color goes Quasimodo hunchback looking ass in that drawing. Okay.
I knew they was gonna go in, bro.
Oh my god.
What's better to make for the food stream? Tufe legume, tamales, or arepas?
I think sandwiches or arepas.
Man, definitely legume, but I gotta represent for my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Legume.
No. That's Haitian food.
Yeah, that's Haitian food.
We'll make arepas, Mo.
Bro, we gotta make legume. Oh
No.
God,
wait,
bro.
y'all niggas got food? I thought your cuisine would be like a hot bowl of nothing. I don't know what. Well, we are on YouTube. I probably shouldn't have made that joke here. Can we elevator yet?
No, we can't.
Oh yeah, we can't elevate our Fed reacts. Damn. Well. The racism is so bad. Like I didn't even I just thought I was like, damn, okay, probably shouldn't have said that.
Come out of you.
Oh well, guys, we get canceled. It was good knowing y'all.
That was so funny though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
Not even Mo is laughing.
Yeah, well. He likes racism only when it's not towards Haiti.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait a minute. You're right.
Yeah. All right, what else do we got here?
If you made that joke to Venezuela, I would have laughed too.
The sketch artist was a diversity hire. Okay.
I would never let Venezuela date my people too. I got in-laws over there.
I'm worried about the U.S. too, but Myron is right. What are the beacons of freedom here? It is at risk, but we are the best in the world. I still serve it. Shout out to you, Antonio. Yeah, absolutely, bro. We're still the best country. And thank you again, Antonio. I'll give you another Don DeMarco for that from before. Appreciate that, my friend. Hug Yes Maximus goes, I'm with Big Mo on this one. Haitian food is legit, but just watch the carbs. Okay, y'all do got a cuisine. All right.
Oh God,
I thought it was a hot bowl of nothing.
We got one of the best cuisines in the world. I gotta represent for my people in Haiti. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm also fat.
Turkey tossa. That's exactly what I be talking. Yo, people
I guess it is good.
Yeah, people would be like, yo, Mo, how did you get so damn big in the first place? The first thing I was like, yo, Haitian food is very extremely delicious, bro. On God, bro. I was just telling Angie that the other day.
Fair.
On God, bro.
What's the last one here?
The last one. Well,
if it's 304 is getting murdered, they're going to have a whole task force to try to identify all the DNA they got inside them. Oh, my God, bro. This guy. And then, would y'all ever cover Chicago Tylenol murders? Has that come across your list, Angie?
Wait, Chicago?
Yes.
Chicago Tylenol murders?
Yes, you guys keep asking for that. Yes, we should cover them.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Guys, this one was a short and sweet one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Mo, you got anything for the people, Angie, before we close out?
There are some other chats, I think.
Oh, there are?
Yeah.
Just came.
Where?
Or like super.
Oh, they just came in? Okay.
Or like Rumble, I think.
Guys, it's honestly a blessing that y'all support us so much, man. Thank you so much. Like I said, I've always said it. You guys don't have to donate $1, but you guys do, and you don't have to. And I really appreciate that, especially after us getting demonetized. So, whether you, the real way to help, the best way to help is castleclub.tv and super chatting in. And you guys are doing that. So thank you so much. Myron, do you encourage Angie to carry a firearm? Yes.
No.
I do. Once we get her situation squared, she's going to have to carry a gun.
No, I don't want to carry
because she
taser.
feels very uncomfortable when she's not with me. And I get that people harass her and shit. So, yeah. And she's small. So, yeah, she's absolutely going to carry a gun, whether she likes it or not. In the future, once we get her, we got to situate her stuff.
I don't want to have a gun, but I have my taser.
That's not enough.
That ain't enough.
It's not enough, Angie. You're like 100 pounds, bro.
111.
111. See? Okay, where are we at here? Oh, the sketch artist didn't do her wrong. Genetics did. I prefer Latinas and Asians, but when they look like her, no, thank you. She didn't even have a prime.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm hitting though.
Lion definitely fucks up your look. Wendy goes, I'm surprised Myron is wearing something other than Fresh Fit merch. Did Angie start picking your outfits?
Yes.
Did you buy me this?
Yes, man.
Throw it away.
That's
I went to the gym earlier and I didn't
you got it from the
change.
gym.
Yeah. Dr. Durgeon Digital Dirt Cookies. Appreciate that.
And
that's about
that's it.
That's it. Fuck you talking about said carry a knife. You're a woman. You can get close. That's true, man. But guys, I think
I'll be corny clenny.
Yeah. Corny
Clenny. Wow.
Yeah. Yo, Courtney Clenny is the fucking dumbest criminal ever. Yo, you know what she told the detectives? This is OnlyFans, bitch. Yeah. Yo, this is what she said. So her boyfriend, right, the one that she stabbed, is right up the street, Mo. You know what I'm talking about, right? The OnlyFans model that stabbed her boyfriend?
Yeah.
That killed it, the blondie? The entitled bitch, right?
Yeah.
So she told the police, bro, and we covered this on our thing. Guys, go watch it on Fed Reacts on YouTube. She timestamps are there and everything. That was like a longer broadcast. It was one of my favorite ones we did, though.
It was very fun, yeah.
So she said that she threw the knife at him, and it just happened to land here in his artery and kill him.
Yeah.
And, bro, even a MLB pitcher wouldn't have been able to throw a knife with that level of force where it punctured him as deep as it did. She tried to say she threw it. No, I just like kind of flung it like this is what she told the detectives.
Bro, who she thinks she's
But when you-
Scorpion, bro?
She's an idiot, dude. And then when they actually like looked at the when they did the autopsy, they saw that the knife was like 4 inches in.
Yeah.
That's how I was able to pierce their artery and he bled to death.
She literally, when she was being interrogated, she literally was like,
Yeah, that's what she did with the Miami detectives. It's on video. Fucking idiot, bro. These female murderers be the worst, bro. They be capping. They be trying to. Yo,
Stop the cap.
They be doing their delusion with the crime. Like Casey Anthony, Jodi Arias. Like, watch those episodes, guys, with these females, and you guys are gonna laugh at like the shit they say during the interviews. It's literally hilarious. Like, they're way more delusional than the male criminals. Like, the male criminals are like, either they don't talk, or if they do confess, they're like, all right, this is kind of what I did, blah, blah, blah. But they never say some whack shit. Like, oh yeah, I just like flung the knife like this, and it just so happened to fucking stab him and be like 4 inches in. Crazy, dude. Crazy. I be watching. I remember, who was it? Was it Jodi Arias or was it the Suitcase chick? I literally screamed at the TV during the show. I was like, ah! Like,
yeah.
Like, what the hell?
The Suitcase girl.
It was a Suitcase girl, right? Bro, watch that episode, guys. The Suitcase girl that like killed her boyfriend by locking him in a suitcase. Bro,
Myron was like,
one of the most delusional girls ever. I felt like I was doing a Fresh Fit Pod. The only problem is that I wasn't in control. Now I feel how you niggas feel when you watch the show. Like, you guys are probably just screaming at your TV like, ah! You know? Like, what the fuck, man?
And the girls in the BTS in the back, they were just doing that the other day.
They were?
Yo, Audrey and Abby, they're like, shut up. Oh my God. Mo, I would have just.
I used to be getting mad too.
That's why I don't like being here for Fresh Fit anymore. It's just so frustrating. So frustrating.
Yeah, bro.
Now y'all know how it's like to being a man dealing with women, bro.
I got to see what it was like being the viewer for a second. I'm like the detective, like, how do you like deal with this, man?
Yeah.
All right. Those shit poster goes, Asian girls have horizontal pussies to match their eyes.
Oh my.
Okay. You guys on Rumble got no chill, man. Shit's hilarious. Then we got Big Mo. If restaurant decide to make a sandwich based on your name, what will your ingredients of choice be? Your ingredients of choice?
Whoa.
I'd probably say like maybe the turkey tasso as like the meat and a Venezuelan arepa. Like yeah.
Better than the Colombian one?
I actually like the secret. Is actually like Venezuelan arepa is a lot better.
Oh, gotcha.
Colombian arepas are not really arepas, Myron. You should know this by now.
I don't know.
Oh,
Here
yeah,
arepas, they're disgusting either way.
Hey.
What is it? Fried bread or something?
No, man.
No,
This is.
It's not.
Paciencia.
Man, Myron, they
let's keep going.
They my peoples too, man. They my peoples too.
You say
I got in-laws out there.
You say that because you haven't tried proper arepas. Every time I try to make this man arepas, he's always like, no, too many carbs.
I mean, he's right. But
There's a lot of carbs though.
I can make arepas with oatmeal, and they're amazing.
Ooh,
With oatmeal?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Low calorie oatmeal?
Oatmeal flour. Healthy arepas, fitness arepas.
Ooh,
Yeah, as long as it's not fried.
Ooh, WW.
Arepas can be fried or like.
All the arepas I've ever seen are all fried.
Air fried.
No.
Can you
Not all arepas are. What kind of arepas
The
are you
ones I've
guys
seen.
eating? What kind of arepas are you guys eating, really? Arepas are like a great breakfast and dinner.
Those shit poster guy just keeps saying racist shit. It's funny. I ate a Japanese girl out in Tokyo. Her pussy tasted like sushi. All right. At least you got some protein in. Those poster. We have those here in the future of 27/7. Give a whole other angle to hitting it. All right. Y'all
He's still he's still referencing the Cyberpunk video game 2077.
Okay. All right. Are we caught up, Mo?
Yeah, it looks like that's everything.
Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man. We'll be back tomorrow for a call-in show on Friday. Where you're going to give y'all some sauce, man, and you guys can call in and hate or ask questions or whatever it may be. I really do enjoy those call-in shows where I get to like to actually talk to y'all. And we'll be back at 6 p.m. tomorrow, guys. Follow Fed Reacts on Instagram.
Yes.
Angie manages that, as you guys know.
Yes.
I'll
make a poll for you guys for Sunday because you guys drop a lot of
Oh
cases.
yeah, we need something for Sunday. Yeah.
Yes, that you guys drop a lot of cases, but I think we should do Alcatraz, the prison escape.
Alcatraz prison escape.
Yeah.
There's been a bunch of them though. The one in the 1920s or when?
1920s? No, I think this is the last one.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll look into it. But guys, we'll be back tomorrow for Fresh Fit, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Fed Reacts on Sunday, and then we got Fresh Fit tomorrow at 6 p.m. Love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Big special shout out to Antonio. Shout out to Border Patrol. Shout out to Customs and Border Protection Office of Field Operations, man. Shout out to whole DHS. The guys that are keeping us safe for real from all the bullshit. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.
I'm a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, okay, guys? HSI.
This is what Fed Reacts covers.
Defendant Jeffrey Williams and Associate YSL did commit the felony.